live from the Bob Sebo Stadium in Salem, Ohio. It is a very special presentation, the 44th annual presentation, as a matter of fact, of the Penn-Ohio All-Star Football Game. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Yoakley, Andy Hake with you, and we're going to be bringing the action to you all night long here with the All-Stars from the Keystone State and the Buckeye State. Andy, you've seen a couple of these games before. What do we expect from a game like this tonight?
Well, first of all, DJ, it's great to be with you, man.
Always good.
It's football in June. we got some special football in June. It's like a little American treat here in summertime, and it's a preview of the season. It's the last time we get to watch some of our heroes from last year, some of the best players in Ohio and Pennsylvania square off for, what is this, the 44th? 44th time. And they're doing a beautiful thing right now. They're taking a knee and they're going to say a prayer.
I love it.
And that's a great thing. You don't see that in America all the time anymore.
But
that's a great thing. You know, football, high school football is one of the last pieces of Americana we have left, DJ. And it's wonderful when you get an opportunity to watch kids play and see them play the greatest game on earth. It's the greatest team sport. And, again, we're highlighting some of the best players in Ohio and Pennsylvania. And, hey, it's good to be here with you, man. This is awesome.
We're lucky to have you. Well, you've got a couple players on this roster and a couple guys that seemingly will be going on to the next level, play some football. One of them, the guy you can't get around, John Terrell Mixon, both figuratively and literally.
Old Jim Brown. he was something else for us this year. He was probably one of the better guys I've ever coached. And he's a special guy. He's going to Akron University. Vaishon Gurley's playing wide receiver, and Brian Tubbs is playing linebacker, and they're tremendous guys. But you know what? This is a game filled with tremendous guys. And I talked to Ron Johnson earlier this week, and I talked to him today, and I just said, hey, what's some of the things, you know, that you'd maybe want me to say or some of the things that you highlighted through this week? And he said, you know what? It's just unbelievable how well coached these kids are. All the kids from all the different teams. You can see how well they're coached, and he just really enjoyed this week. And we'll talk about some of that here in a little bit. But, hey, it's time to strap them up and put your foot on the gas pedal because it's time to play some football, man. And, hey, Sebo Stadium, Salem, Ohio versus Pennsylvania. Does it get any better, man? Does it get any better than this?
I don't know that it does. And looking at the Storm Tracker 21 app here, Andy, it looks like we're going to have favorable weather as well. 70 degrees at kickoff. Not going to stray away too far from that. So that's going to be beautiful. A little nip in the air for June. But you know what? I think everybody's okay with it given what we've seen the last few years.
Well, the players will appreciate this. Excuse me. The players will appreciate this tonight. It's a little cool. They'll be able to stay cool. I bumped into Digger Dawson on the way up, and he told me that he cleared the weather here. So he said it's going to be fine tonight. I promise you, Coach. So I'm going to go by that. But no, talking to Coach Johnson this week, he just said he kept highlighting to me, you know, how great these players were for Ohio, and he talked about Martig, a receiver from West Branch, a little bit, and said that he thinks he's going to catch a bunch of balls here tonight. He was a standout player for West Branch the last 2 years, and not a big guy, but very dynamic and explosive. I saw him in practice earlier this week, and really sharp running routes, and he thought he'd have a great game. He told me that he's very appreciative to be able to coach his son, and one last time, and that's a special thing for Coach Johnson, and also the ability to coach some of the guys in his grade that he's been, seen around the area for years and been rivals with, and he said it's really special, and he told me that he would be very surprised if Pennsylvania would be able to move the ball because he said, I have 3 defensive ends that are really good. And I think he was talking, about Mixon, and he was talking about J.D. Krause from South Range.
Yep.
Is he an all-time guy?
Yep.
And he said he had one more defensive end playing. Geez, oh, man, I can't remember his name. He was on it, but he said we'll be seeing him in a little bit, and he said that all 3 of them are tremendous. Hey, this is America's Minute, so we're gonna do the national anthem.
The greatest minute in American history right there, the national anthem.
At least we can still do that here.
We got a great show for you. Certainly, most entertaining show you're going to see on this Thursday evening. It's must-see streaming here on YSN. DJ Yoakley, Andy Hake with you. Maybe bringing in some special guests throughout the night. Andy tends to like to bring friends into the broadcast booth and have a good time, and we're looking to do exactly that. Partner, when you look at this roster, and you've seen this roster a couple times now, there's a lot of guys that you took on this year. Who's one guy that Pennsylvania should be looking out for in this ballgame?
Oh, man, there's so many great players I see down there. I saw them in practice. You know what? The Southern Local had these two guys this year, Suck Up and Morris.
Yep.
One's playing running back, one's playing linebacker. They're both great players. There's so many guys down there that are just tremendous athletes. I think a lot of them are special teammates. You know what I mean? I think that's when you look at great teams, you have these individuals that are great, but most of them are great teammates. They're great teammates. And I think the quarterback from South Range,
Billy Skurpak.
And the quarterback from Salem. I watch these guys practice twice this
Jackson
week.
Johnson, yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, really lighting it up in practice. And
think about that quarterback room. You got Skurpak, Johnson, and you had Drew DeShields in there.
Well, does it get any better?
No.
Does it get any better? I mean, those are all-timer guys. And at their schools, those got to be some of the best quarterbacks the schools ever. As a matter of fact, you can make the argument those three guys might be the best quarterbacks in school history of their schools.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
And I'm not living in the now. There's great guys who went to those schools all throughout history, but those are pretty darn good ones.
Martig with the kickoff. Pennsylvania will receive field at the 25, and this is trouble already. To the outside and out of bounds. What a nice return to start this ball game. The 44th annual Penn-Ohio football game, and it gets underway with a nice return. That is number 8. That's Raekwon Troutman, the running back, defensive back, and I believe he is from Cornell. He is. 6'1", 175 is what he's listed at. He's headed to Lake Erie College.
Well, that's a great way to start the game, to have the ball around the 45-yard line. Doesn't get any better than that.
You'll take that, huh?
Well, you know what? In a high school football game, if you could get the ball around the 35 to 45-yard line, you're cooking.
One receiver. Well, they're making some late adjustments here. Got a drone out here.
They're dreaming big here in Salem.
This is breaking all the rules. Not OHSA sanctioned, thank God.
They're in a pistol with the sidecar, and they're starting with a little boot to start the game.
Looking, rolling, fire, lefty down the field, and
wow,
caught.
Well, the flat route was open, the drag was open, and he threw it deep.
Jowrin Brickner, the quarterback, left-handed, and he shot it down the field, and Pennsylvania in business right off the jump.
Beaver Falls, huh?
I know a thing or two about those. Tigers.
That's something. They're in the pistol here with the sidecar. Tight end wing and a split end.
Brickner takes the snap. He goes handoff up the middle. Not a whole lot doing at the front of the line. As we anticipate to start this game, and you look at the boys up front on offense and defense, pretty stout for a while.
Well, Coach Johnson, and he was very high up on that defensive line. He thought that Pennsylvania, he said if they're able to move the ball, running the ball at us, I'd be very surprised. And as you can see right there, they kind of ran into a brick wall.
2nd down and 8. Brickner, no pun intended, in that pistol formation. They're going to go handoff again. Again, it's left side and trying to find the corner.
Wow.
And is stuck between the sideline and a hard place. There's a gain.
Ran that stretch play with that tight end wing. They were able to seal the edge there. It's 3rd and short here.
They like running that tight side, Coach. I'm more of I see all this green, and you have all that speed in the backfield. Let him make a play. Brickner once again, this time under center. He goes handoff up the middle. Pennsylvania going to move the pile, but Ohio going to move it back. I should have enough for the first down, and it appears he does. And the official says move the chain, so it'll be 1st and goal for Pennsylvania inside the 10.
Big crowd here for Ohio. Big crowd.
I love seeing it. I love that it's at Salem. I love that here at SIBO Stadium, and I love when it goes to Geneva. Yeah, I think they should just keep it within these two
beautiful stadiums.
What great venues. Hand off the backfield and straight through. What a great play. Is that Bailey Ryan? Somebody shot through the offensive line.
Bailey Ryan from South Range, heading to Teal College.
He's going to be a problem for the President's Athletic Conference.
Well, he looked like Aaron Donald right there. They didn't, you just shed the block, and boy, that was something.
Bailey had one of the most underrated state championship games that I've ever seen. Had a blocked punt and took over. Rolling out, firing. Brickner finds his man and upended at about the 5-yard line.
Is that number 5?
I believe so.
Pat Parsons from
Pat
Edison.
Parsons. These numbers are tough to see. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, but I'll tell you what, there were guys open there, and right when he touched that ball, boy, he got hit. So it's third and goal from the 6-yard line, and they're going trips at the top.
Business is picking up here at SIBO Stadium. Brickner in the gun, takes it. Looking right. Now he looks left. Open side. He's being chased out, and there he is! Jay Trizzy with the big sack and puts Pennsylvania behind the 20-yard line.
Boy, I saw that a lot this year.
I would bet you did.
That's a nightmare for other people. It's a dream when he's on your team. It's a nightmare when he's against you.
That's a grown man.
John Trell Mixon and Ron John didn't have had so much good things to say about him, and I know all about it coaching him.
4th and long. They're going to opt to go for it here. Brickner takes the snap from the shotgun. Drops back, fires, goes into the end zone, and wide open. Touchdown,
Trey
Pennsylvania.
Singleton from Beaver Falls.
Whew. What a route.
Ran a skinny post, and he had a wheel behind him from the motion man, and the safety followed the motion man, and then, that's what happens.
So now it's a 6-0 lead on 4th and long. Pennsylvania comes through in the clutch.
Wow.
And now it's Serafino DeSantis to kick the extra point. Up, and the Blackhawk star puts it through the posts, and the extra point is good. We'll take a break. Back after this, Ohio will get the ball and see what they can do with it. You're watching YSN 7-0 Penn.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one. Back we come, and the kickoff is going to be fielded around the 15-yard line. There's Gurley, guy you know very well, trying to get to the sidelines. He gets upended at about the 15. So did a lot of the east and west thing, Coach, but he can be extremely dangerous if he gets loose.
Well, he got horse collared, number one. And I love Gurley. You got to go north-south in this. There's too many good athletes. You can't go east-west too much. But Gurley's a phenomenal player. He ran on that 4x1 team that won state and track. He was an incredible wide receiver for us this year. Good kid. Father came to every practice. His father was at every practice. They're good people, good mother and father.
Undefeated season, by the way. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Well, look at the guys I had.
So three to the right, one to the left.
3 by 1.
And there we go, Jackson Johnson, Double J, the American Missile, as he's self-proclaimed.
Wow.
And they're going to say incomplete, broken up, big hit.
Well, they're 3 by 1. You're 3 by 1. Your backside guy's going to get that man. And they're going to try to take advantage of that a lot. They just missed on that.
I'll be interested to see how they do the quarterback rotation here between Billy and Jackson.
Well, they got great ones.
Johnson, now he's got one to his right, man in motion. They're going to go handoff this time, and not a whole lot of running room there. Pennsylvania sniffs that out and closes the door quickly. It's going to be 3rd and long for Ohio.
Boy, they're big up front.
Yep.
They're massive up front.
Typically, Pennsylvania, the bigger team when it comes to size, but Ohio, the grittier team.
Yeah, I do believe that there's something to be said about that. Pennsylvania has bigger schools that they pick from. And, it's a chip on. That's Ohio plays with a chip because they're playing with some smaller schools. And there's no doubt, though, there's great football players everywhere.
2 by 2. Johnson gets in, gets away. This is where he's at his best. Jackson Johnson gets loose.
Wow.
And able to find the sticks and will get the first down for Team Ohio.
That was a beautiful scramble and run and knowing where the sticks are at. And Johnson's an all-timer. He's an all-timer.
Colton Suckup going to be checking in the game, the Southern Star. Gives Coach Johnson and the offense some versatility.
No, Suckup was tremendous. One of the more feared guys. One of the better players we played all year.
Snap, and they give it to Colton. Colton around the right end trying to find some running room and is spun down about the 40-yard line. So a gain of about 2 on the play.
He's very subtly fast. You wouldn't, he doesn't look like he's flying, but my man's moving.
Yep.
He's a great runner.
Getting some thumbs ups over there. Right there, right next to you.
There's old Wes. There's old Wes over there. Wes Hill, son of the great Carter Hill.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer if there ever was one.
First ballot.
Crestview High School, Waynesburg University.
Snap is there. They go handoff up the middle and right into a massive body. Somehow cut through. Did you see that?
Is that Zane Kinsey from Toronto?
You got it.
Number 21.
Yep.
Toronto had a nice season this year, and they're a young team. They're only going to get better.
I feel like that's almost like saying that the sky is blue. Toronto had a good season. That's a good program down there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Especially baseball.
Always tough kids, always play hard. River School. They're 2 by 2.
See what Jackson does here out of the gun. Takes it. He's going to roll out. This is, again,
sweep all the way.
He can get real dangerous here. There goes Johnson running over, loses the football, and out of bounds it goes. So Ohio will keep possession. A little.
Christian Martic tried picking that ball up, taking off with it, and he got hit, and the ball luckily went out of bounds for Ohio. Ball's going to be at the 45-yard line.
That's a heads-up play by Pennsylvania because you sit there and you wonder, most people going after the ball, they went after the hit. They got Martic. Ball goes out of bounds. So first down for Ohio inside Pennsylvania territory for the first time tonight. 2 by 2 again for Johnson in the shotgun, all by his lonesome. Drops back, looking, firing, downfield. He's got a man and just overshoots him.
That was Suckup out of the backfield, and he hit the seam. And he was open, just got overthrown. No comeback. Suckup, right church, wrong pew. And you know what? As this game goes along, they're going to get back to him. He's a dangerous guy, man. He is a dangerous, dangerous guy. He caused me nightmares getting ready for Southern
I can
Local.
imagine.
Him and Wyatt Morris.
And that was a war.
Oh, if there ever was one.
3 by 1 this time for Johnson with a man in the backfield beside him on his left. On his hip pocket, Jackson looks to his sidelines, gets the snap, looking. He's going to take it himself. Double J.
Oh, what a run.
A little break, and finally makes his way out of bounds, escorted by a couple of Pennsylvania players. And that'll be close, and they're going to say it is a first down.
Well, he's doing a good job of letting it develop and then escaping and getting, finding the running lane and then taking off like a tailback. Boy, he takes off like a tailback when he runs.
Clock should be stopped, but looks like they're going to keep it rolling. 5:14 here in the first quarter. DJ Yoakley and Hake with you. Johnson standing on his own, a 35-yard line. Quick flip, trying to find some room.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now Johnson's going to be a blocker. And cutting through, and another first down inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. They're going to give him the 5, and Ohio is in business now.
What a run by Zane Kinsey from Toronto.
You got some athletes on this.
Made something out of nothing there, boy. Like you said, Johnson turns and throws a block.
Not many quarterbacks will do that. But you got 2 of them right here on this roster.
Well, you know what? This game means a lot to him. You know, he played his high school career here, and it's the last time for his showing here.
Can you imagine?
The whole crowd.
All right.
We're split backs here.
Johnson looking, and we're going to get a whistle for
L.J. Rosa from Latonia. Big boy.
false start.
Big
and
boy.
that's going to back up Ohio 5 yards.
Tough kid. Latonia didn't have a great season this year, but there's good players on every team, and he was a tough guy.
They'll be back.
He was a tough guy.
Johnson checks with the center. Looks to be, I believe, Colucci. And that is a lost football.
Thanks, kid.
And thank you. And it's going to back Ohio up even more. So it'll be, should still be second down. It is. Now they're back at the 20-yard line.
Sometimes you run out of real estate to do some of the fun things you're in the spread when you get down there. So this might be a blessing in disguise, having a little bit more room.
Well, that's it. I mean, you've got a mobile quarterback and a lot of athletes on that football field.
Having space isn't a bad thing.
No, because they are quick as a hiccup. They can get into that black painted end zone with the Quakers right across it.
Marty's up top by himself.
Johnson takes a snap, drops back, looks, steps up, goes back. Now he's going to find down into the end zone and throws it out of bounds, and a whistle and a flag as well.
They're going
to get holding on the defense, looks like. So that should be an automatic first down, no?
That must have been in the secondary, huh?
Yep. So that's what it'll be. It'll be an automatic first down for Ohio. It's tough when you're talking about Jackson Johnson to say Ohio and not Salem. That's the challenge as the announcer. I'll slip. I'll say a South Range or I'll say Salem at some point during this game.
You're already forgiven.
Little fire drill for Ohio as Johnson's going to split out his man way wide out by the numbers. Snap, handoff, and up the middle goes Ohio again, trying to get something.
It's tough to run up in there. They're packing it in there, and I know that you have to stay in a conventional defense in these all-star games, but you have great athletes, and they're all around the line of scrimmage. It's hard to move the ball.
So here comes Billy Skirpak into the game.
Well, that's not a second-team guy. If there is ever a guy that's not a second-team guy, Billy Skirpak.
Well, this is interesting because Jackson's still in the game as well. So a little trickery could be coming here as Skirpak lines up in the backfield. Johnson's going to be under center. Keep an eye on that. Man in motion. The pitch. There's Skirpak. Watch for the pass. Back the other way. And
Just
a pass interference call.
Just missed it, too. Old Billy boy threw a nice ball there, huh?
A little trickery-dickory dock towards that left side of the end zone. That's when you can take advantage of having 2 quarterbacks that are highly skilled on your side. And this is going to be first down for Ohio.
I saw him throw a practice the other day, too. Man, amazing. The word is amazing.
It just sizzles out of his hand.
Confident guy.
Heading down.
Good guy. Had a nice conversation with him.
Heading down Tennessee to play baseball. Great baseball pitcher as well. First down for Ohio. Johnson clearing things up. They go pitch right, wide open spaces, and just short at the 1. Look like Wyatt Morris.
Well,
looking
that was
for a block.
Sukup.
That was Sukup? Okay.
Boy, is he tough. You say quarterback sneak here?
I say yes. When they're moving up like this, see if Johnson stays right underneath. He does.
Same thing.
Yep. This time they're going to get it. Touchdown, Ohio. And the response is true for the Scarlet and Gray. And they're an extra point away from tying this bad boy up.
Two great series to start the game from Pennsylvania, then Ohio answering.
That's that hard-nosed coaching philosophy of Ron Johnson. If it doesn't work the first time, we'll go at you again, same play. And this time it crosses the goal line for a touchdown. So now a little bit of confusion. They're going to go for two? They are. Ohio going to go for two right off the jump.
They do it again.
Why not? Johnson going to be under center again. Puts a man in motion from left to right. He's going to go flip it, and push is going to get in. And Ohio takes the lead on their home turf. Here at SIBO Stadium, it's 8-7. Team Ohio will take a break. Back after this on your home for the Penn-Ohio game. You're watching YSN.
My old boss, he said I would be good at sales because I'm good with people and everything like that. So he offered me a job, and here I am. I have a lot of repeat customers, and referrals, and it's just nice seeing them with smiles on their faces when, they pick up their vehicles, them telling me how happy they are with the vehicles. So that's what keeps you going. I'm Jim Timko, and I've been at Greenwood Chevrolet for 20 years.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ohio 8, Penn 7. 2:29, it looks like, left in the first quarter. DJ Oakley, Andy Hake, and now a special guest. I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Hake. This is a guy that I respect a hell of a lot, but you?
The great Brett Powell. He was a head wrestling coach 32 years, Brett, at Austintown Fitch in the Ohio High School football, Wrestling Hall of Fame. Actually, the National Hall of Fame.
What?
They take two guys every year. Brett's in the National Hall of Fame.
Another
Back
great
across
kick
the
return.
50-yard line.
Man.
But coached his sons, Tyler and Hunter, at Western Reserve, and now he's been a line coach, and we've coached together for the last 13 seasons. Jeez, oh man, Brett, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Another good return for Pennsylvania. Gives them a not short field, but not as long as Ohio's been facing.
And they're lined up in that same formation here. They got a sidecar. They're in the pistol. They got a tight end wing and a split end on the opposite side.
Same quarterback, it looks like. Brickner.
Run that stretch play.
And they're going to be successful with it.
That's Liam Gibson at a Beaver. 6 foot 180. Tough run. Brett, did you play in this game when you were?
I was talking to DJ before the game. I never got the opportunity. They didn't have this when I played, but my brother, Kevin, 3 years after I'd graduated, got the opportunity to play, and my boys both played in this.
Oh, Mixon shot through that line like a cannon.
It's very difficult to get your hands on it. He made Brett was his defensive line coach this year, and boy, was he something else, man.
Oh, what an athlete.
He made us look real good, didn't he, man? Hey.
You guys like that, you look good all the time.
Brickner back in the pistol. They like that formation as they hand off to the deep back and stuck and going backwards. And again, that front line, and they had everybody coming for the Buckeye State that time.
That was led by Batura from Crestview and Boy, is he a war daddy. We played them week 1 in football this year, and I'm glad that guy's not back because that guy is a maniac. I watched him on some film. Look at him down there. That is a football player.
He
shot the gap. He shot the gap and caused all kind of heck right there.
Oh.
It's 4th down. They're going to punt. First punt of the game.
Must be starting to rain. People scrambling for their jackets. Wasn't much precipitation showing on the radar, but whatever it is, we're getting it.
One thing Coach Johnson told me is he has great linebackers in this game, and they're on all special teams. He said they're on all the special teams.
Timeout going to be called. Are they going to call it for
I think that's Ohio.
Yeah, they will.
I think he felt they weren't lined up correctly or he had the right personnel in.
So timeout called on the field.
You could see they have all linebackers down there.
You're not lying.
You see what I'm saying? They have all linebackers. Looks like every guy down there is 200 pounds.
Looks like Billy Skirpak warming up to take his first, well, I shouldn't say first, his second look.
Yeah.
As he had a pass incomplete. Technically was, and I got a rules update from Jeremy Hill. He says it should not have been an automatic first down. The only automatic first downs are roughing penalties. So
this down here when Ohio had the ball.
Yep. So I wondered why they had second on the chains. I just thought the chain crew was behind, but it always pays off knowing an official, right? And we know a good one. Few good ones, I should say, but he's the best. Thanks, Jerem. So timeout over, and Pennsylvania still looks like they're going to boot it away as they are. Yep, okay. Making sure. Standard punting formation. They boot it away.
Right out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
And one of the things, the rules, you're not allowed to bring anybody and block the punt, correct?
I don't think you're allowed to go after punts in this game. Now, when you say that, the down linemen are allowed to rush the punt.
Right.
And if they get through.
But you can't have 11 guys going after it.
No, it's the spirit of the game. And blitzing is frowned upon in this game also.
Yep.
Your down lineman can go. Now, you line up in a tight formation. Guys are going to come up in there.
Yep.
And they're going to go.
It's still a ball game.
It's football. It's football, especially when you start running out of real estate down there at the goal line. The guys are shooting gaps.
And these are two teams that don't necessarily love each other, but they respect each other a heck of a lot.
Well, this is a very respectful game. Guys are playing hard, though. They're playing to win. Skirpak's in the game, 3-by-1, 3 up top, 1 down here.
State champion quarterback takes the snap, goes handoff to his right side, and immediately taken down at the 25-yard line.
You know, South Range, I coached against them. I went to Mineral Ridge. Of course, I played South Range. Yegley was there. Coached against them when I was a young guy at Mineral Ridge. They had one of the most tremendous, always tremendous teams. Coached against them at Western Reserve, had some great games. When you play South Range, it's better buckle up and play 4 quarters.
You're playing the whole community.
Yeah, it really has become one of the great program schools in our area.
We're going to take a timeout as first quarter comes to a close. After 1, Ohio 8, Pennsylvania 7. Back after this on
game.
your sports network.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well, connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
for all your Medicare needs.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Beginning the second quarter, 8-7 Ohio. DJ Oakley, Andy Hake, and Coach Brett Powell with you.
Brett, you played here as a kid, and they had some of the nastiest rivalries with Salem and West Branch.
It was the best.
Still is.
It was the best. I mean, it was Steelers, Browns, but it was two teams 7 miles apart, and that makes it worse sometimes, I think.
Now, didn't they stop the game for a while?
Yeah, my brother was a part of that. My youngest brother, they had a bench clearing brawl his senior year, and I think there was a moratorium like 5 years they didn't play.
Well, that is a great game. 2 years ago, I came here for the Salem played West Branch here, and it was packed.
Mm-hmm.
What a game. What a game.
Skurpak in the gun here, takes the three-step drop, looks shifty, moves up, and cuts around. Little dirty laundry in the backfield. Now, Coach Powell, I know that you're talking about West Branch Salem, and that's a special rivalry,
Yes,
but
sir.
did you know that there's another rivalry brewing here in the area with our very own Coach Hake? And it's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And Floyd's probably going to be taught a lesson just like a lot of other people get
That's
taught.
right. Hey, that's
You know?
right, Brett.
What would you say to Floyd Mayweather right now, Coach, if he was listening?
Well, he makes $250 million a fight, right? So I think to myself, for a cool meal, I'll fight him. I'll fight him at the South Side Coliseum down there in Old South High,
Set
Market
it up.
Street. Huh?
Set it up.
There ain't no doubt in my mind.
I'd
It's
say-
not like he's 40. It's not like fighting Mike Tyson at 18, folks. Come on, let's talk. Let's be serious now. You know, it's.
But you'd have a puncher's chance.
It's the Rocky story, huh? Right? The Great American Comeback.
I can see you running down Market Street.
Can you believe? Huh? Better.
I can see you running down Market Street.
I'll fight. I'll fight him, and then he has to put turf in down in South High
There
for
you
us.
go.
Huh?
Yeah.
For the kids, right? For the kids.
That wouldn't even cost him $1 million.
Wouldn't cost. He'd make more money than God fighting.
Skurpak steps up, pump fakes, and he's going to get eaten up in the backfield around the 11-yard line.
They're coming
Pennsylvania.
after him. Ohio's putting up nice resistance. It's just hard to hold blocks for a long time against great guys.
Yep.
They formed a nice cup there.
They brought 7 on that play.
It did look like they
that's-
brought some guys,
that's
didn't
rough. That's rough to.
It looks like they brought
Work
guys.
that out.
If I know Coach Johnson, and I do, he's going to see that, and he's going to say, okay, 7 guys? Oh, no problem.
It looked like they brought guys.
We got some guys, too. So Ohio will punt it away.
They're not covering the guy up top.
Uh-oh. Bad snap, and this could be big trouble, and it's going to be a safety. And so pin 2 more for Pennsylvania, and they'll get the ball back as well.
You know what? Given what just happened, that might have been the best scenario. When that ball goes over his head like that, you tell your guy, kick the ball out of the end zone or something like that.
Yep.
Throw it out of the end zone. So him just getting on it and preventing a touchdown.
That's it. So that's interesting because I've always thought there's 2 sides of that. You can take the safety or you could give up the touchdown. The safety, they get the ball back, right?
Kick the ball out of the end zone.
Okay.
Or dive on it. It's the road of least resistance.
It's a better field position opportunity.
Gotcha.
And I understand where, you want to pick it up and get out of there, but hey, what are you going to do? Get out to the 3-yard line and now it's 1st and goal to 3? There's so many scenarios right there. Playing Madden football, you might pick it up and take it out and run it for the first down, but that's only in a video game. Most of the time it leads to a bigger disaster. Jump on the ball like he did or kick it out of the end zone. Just kick it, throw it right out of the end zone.
Calculated risk. That's what that is. So Pennsylvania will get the ball back.
They're going to get good field position.
What do you think they're going to do away with kickoffs here in these exhibition games?
I hope they don't.
You like it?
Oh, come on. It's field position. You saw that game started right here.
Yep.
It's field position. If everybody gets the ball to 20, 25, 30-yard line, it takes away a lot of the aspects of the game. Special teams is such a important part of football, and when you practice special teams and you take it very serious, you have an advantage over people that don't.
Sure.
And that's very serious. Coach Dressel lived off that.
That's
special teams.
Yep.
I'm not kidding when I tell you, any team I coach, we're practicing punt and kickoff more than anything.
Really?
More than anything.
The boot is going to be away.
He's
and it's
catching
gonna be
around the
fielded.
39. He has clearance.
He's got a lane.
Oh, boy.
He's gone.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, and Pennsylvania right now is rocking and rolling. 3 great kick returns. That one ends up as a touchdown. 15-8 Keystone State.
Do they do extra point or they go for 2?
I think you got to go 2 here. You got a little bit of clearance.
It'll be interesting. They're going to go for 1.
Dance with a girl who brung you. So DeSantis will be back to kick the extra point for Pennsylvania. And right now, Ohio needs some mojo. Kick is up, and it is good.
Well, even talking about the special teams.
Yep.
Right there, you can see the opening kickoff, Pennsylvania gets it to 40. That right there, Pennsylvania, you take kickoff out, you're limiting special teams. You're watering down the game.
You're right.
The game is so important. Special teams are so important to the game. Such a critical aspect of football.
So one of the hot topics, and I'm sure you'll appreciate this, is playoffs and the expansion of the playoffs. You big proponent for that, or do you like the 4, the 8? How many teams is the right fit?
Well, I always thought this. It started in the 70s, and they only took the winner of every region. And that's you're leaving out people. Then they went to 2, then to 4, and then 1998, 99. I can't remember. They went to 8.
Yep.
8 was a perfect number. And the one thing with playoffs and high school football, it's supposed to be special. It's supposed to be really special when you get to playoffs. And the games are much more important throughout the year when you only have 8 teams. 8 was like the perfect number because you're all these Friday night games mean a lot more.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 8 and 2 is like the number. You go 8 and 2, you're probably going to get in the playoffs. But now when you let 16 teams in and hey, let's face it, call a spade a spade. They're doing it for money. They're doing it for money. And
Yes,
it's an
sir.
absolute part of our society. It's embarrassing
Yep.
that they're just doing this for money because it's ridiculous, and the kids are the ones who suffer.
Well, kids and coaches, obviously. You think about the sacrifice of those extra weeks. This is going to be returned to about the 25-yard line.
See, Pennsylvania's winning the special teams battle in this. They're making Ohio drive the whole field. It's difficult to do that.
Kewan Robinson, the Boardman product, on the return.
He's a heck of a player.
Oh, is he good?
Explosive.
He is so good.
In practice, he was phenomenal.
So let me ask you this question, follow up to the playoff question, is do you see at some point them going back to 8, or do you see them expanding to everybody gets in and has a seat at the table like we see in basketball and baseball?
Well, as a high school football fan, I can't stand it. You don't want everybody.
Nope.
Football is not that. Everybody shouldn't be in that tournament. That's a heck of a pass. He ran a seam route. And that's Caden Swire from Salem.
Little Quaker to Quaker action.
He made a nice pass on that to the seam, and he got inside leverage on that safety.
There's something to that, right? Whenever you're a quarterback and a receiver in one of these games, you know where that one's going to be.
Timing with them all year, right? But going back to that, don't you feel that it's too many teams invited?
I do. I do. And I think we opened Pandora's box in 2020 with everybody in the COVID year.
There's Gurley.
This is going to be
running
flipped
some
out.
jet.
Rashawn and
football, baseball and basketball and volleyball, you could invite everybody.
Yeah.
And that's fine because it's not. But the physical toll in football.
It's not as it's not as taxing in the other sports. I mean, they can only play 1 game a week, whereas baseball, volleyball, basketball, you can play 3-4 games a week if you really wanted to.
And some teams, you're going to let everybody play. That one team is going to play that last-ranked team in the region.
Yep.
And you know what? Physically, I don't know if that's what's best for that team that you go 1-9, 0-10. What's the motivation, and is it good for those kids?
No, it's money. 100% it's money.
Well,
and
call
unfortunately,
the spade a spade.
The money isn't going back to the schools or into these programs, that's the troubling part of all of it. I don't know what they do in Pennsylvania, but it seems like they do things right.
They have a different system, but I know this, in Ohio, you host a home playoff game. You know how much of the gate you get? Okay, well, that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't know.
It's fiscal extortion. That's what it is.
Rumor is there's going to be an interview on YSN in the near future. Let's put it that way, with a coach that is very well respected in this area. That's going to talk about the OHSAA. Back to the ball game here. Johnson goes under center, back in the backfield. He's going to go right back up the middle. Should have plenty enough for a first down, and does.
The Ohio line is doing a heck of a job getting on the Pennsylvania defensive linemen. It's hard to block guys for a long time when they're really good players, but they're initially getting on them and running their feet, and there is some holes. They're sustaining blocks.
When they bring 5, they pick everybody up man for man. I've been watching, and this drive especially, they've really been detail-oriented on getting on the pass rusher or getting on the down guy that's trying to make the tackle.
Coach, when you're talking about offensive line, the center is really the guy that everything revolves around. Talk to me about what you're seeing with Chris Colucci down there, just making sure the communication's freed up.
Chris is he's the guy that makes it go. They make the line calls. I think he went over the line on that play. But Chris handles everything really well. I got to see some tape on him at the end of last season, and he's definitely an upscale offensive lineman. He's also I hate to blow his horn, but he's also a heck of a wrestler. And
he's a state wrestler, isn't he?
Yes,
state champ, yeah.
Oh, state
is
champ. He? Oh yeah. My nephew actually had a little bit to do with that. He worked out with him almost
sure
daily.
did.
And he has a great family.
Oh, dude.
Colucci?
Yeah.
My favorite.
Tremendous people. They're tremendous people.
Good guy, good mom, good
Most
dad.
of these kids down here, there's a common theme when you're talking about great players. A lot of them have great families.
Great role models.
That's it.
Because you and I have talked a lot. A lot of some of these players don't have that home that we're accustomed to, the American family home. Mom and dad, there's a split household. Sometimes there's no role model father figure, and that's where you guys come in, the coaches. Here comes Jackson Johnson. Dances up.
He's like a cat in there, man.
He is.
He's like a cat in a hot tin roof, man, dancing around in there, man. You got that right.
Oh, gosh. Look how they treat you up here in Salem.
Ain't no better place, man.
My goodness. Just say you know Uncle Bob.
Yeah. It's always nice to be friends with the guy whose name's on the stadium, isn't it?
That's a good thing. I hope that he makes it here. We'd love to talk to him at halftime or some point during the game. Johnson.
There's a great block by the left tackle on that play. Jeez.
Who was that?
64.
64
Hunter
is
Duvall from
Duvall.
Crestview.
Well, he did an awesome job of rolling that guy out and then rolling him back in, and the quarterback ran right off his block.
Talk about Crestview. Don Perry takes over for Crestview this year.
They're one of the most traditional schools in the area.
Yep.
Make no mistake about it. That Crestview is one of the most traditional schools. Winning means a lot to those kids, and they have a great tradition of doing it. And he'll do a good job. Believe me, we have our hands full week 1 playing Crestview.
Paul Cusick leaves and ends up at East Liverpool. So that's going to be interesting if Coach Q can bring.
He'll get them going.
I think he will.
Just missed that.
Nice route, nice pass, a little bit. A sizzler, if you will.
Fourth down.
Right at the sticks, and it's going to bring up, yes, sir, 4th down.
I know it's early in the game, but this is a big play. You know, you're down 8 points, 6:37 left in the second quarter. You're marching on them. Again, field position. They've had to march all the way from the 20-yard line. They're going to go 4th down here. Trips towards us. Split end up top. Sidecar to the right.
You got some great receivers. What do you do here?
Roll out. Is he going to roll out? No, he's going to the other side.
Johnson calls for it. 2-step drop, fires across the middle. He's got his man.
What a play.
Plenty of room, and into the end zone they go. Ohio fires back, and it's now a 16-14 game.
Is that Grant Knight from United?
Sure is. One of the fastest and greatest
hey.
receivers in United history.
Dude, that guy was a dude, man.
Yeah.
That guy was a dude. We played them, too. That guy was a nightmare to deal with. Grant Knight from United Local High School, and he's been the backside guy on that 3x1 a lot.
He's a king of the record books down there for DJ Ogilvy and the Eagles.
I think he is their all-time leading receiver when it comes to some categories.
I believe you're right. So Ohio going to go for 2. Not really a decision. They're adamant about it.
I'm just glad when I see a lot of guys I don't got to deal with next year playing in the game.
Johnson in the gun.
Sukup in motion. Running inside zone.
And are they in? They are.
That's that Zane Kinsey. Man, that guy's a tough guy.
Toronto tough. 16-16. It's sweet here in Salem. We'll take a break.
Sweeter than sweet.
Back after this, after word from Sheely's.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 16-16 here at SEMO Stadium in Salem. DJ Yoakley, Andy Hake, and Coach Powell with you. And, of course, during the break, talking about Floyd Money Mayweather getting knocked out by Andy Hake.
We're going to take that money bag. Kicking out. This was going to land about the 15-yard line.
This has been Pennsylvania's specialty.
They got to break down and make a tackle
They got
here.
another one.
Jesus.
There they go. Right up the lane. Same time, same place.
He's going to cut back.
Wow.
Hey, now you tell me about special teams.
Wow.
Can you possibly take special teams out of football?
I don't think you can, but if you listen to the pundit, well, I shouldn't say the pundits, if you listen to the ambassadors of football, so to speak, they want it gone. They think it's unsafe.
Well, if you listen to certain sects of all of our society,
that's true.
Some of them are absolutely unhinged, and they're not right about anything.
That's true.
And I don't have to get into it.
But you look at this, special teams is the only thing keeping Pennsylvania in this game.
Well, it's been the difference. Ohio's, their drives have been.
Brickner looks, fires down the field, and that one broken up.
Play.
And incomplete.
That's
It'll be second
nice
10.
Play. That was a great way to cover that. That's hard not to pass interfere on that.
A great job.
Who was that up top? That was a tremendous job. What number was that? The corner.
7?
The corner up top. Is that 22? Caleb White, Beaver Local.
Oh.
Dude, that guy, that was a heck of a job.
He's a dog. Firing downfield, Brickner again.
Oh,
almost. Man, Brickner had to make a decision quick.
The safety almost picked that off. Joe Guido, Columbiana, almost picked that ball off, was a split second late. Threaded in there.
That was a BB, and now Pennsylvania.
Hey, Pennsylvania came ready to play.
They sure did.
Again, though, short field. They're going to short field a lot of this. And that's you can't discredit them for getting that short field. But they're getting a shorter field. Ohio, they've had to march twice.
Was it good? What do you got? I got 22-16.
It's 23 on the board.
You got it? Okay. I didn't see a signal. We're going to a break. Ohio gets the ball after a quick Pennsylvania score. Back after this, after word from one of my favorite places, Legends. Makes you hungry.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
We'll speed the game.
Back we come, 23-16. Penn has the lead. It's been all special teams for the Keystone State. Ohio's been playing defense literally and figuratively basically the entire game. Kickoff is going to be fielded at the 25, and some room for the Buckeye State. They bring it out to about the 35. They're going to mark it at 34, and it'll be 1st and 10 from there. You said it during the break. I mean, to take kickoff out of the game is the same as making baseball 2 strikes.
Yeah, some things are pretty darn good the way they are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Baseball's pretty good the way it is.
Great
I like
game.
baseball.
Great
it's a
game.
Great game. To say, hey, we're gonna limit it down to 6 innings now because some people don't like staying at the ballpark too long. Hey, guess what? Don't come. They don't want you there anyway. Kickoff is too critical. Punt is too critical. All special teams are. Now, in the pros, they can have any argument they want, but pros is acrobats. It's something else. They don't pull. They don't trap as much.
Yeah.
It's a different game. They're picking acrobats, and they're throwing them to them.
Skurpak back in the game behind center. Chris Colucci. The dynamic duo back again. And this time, Skurpak going to take it himself, as we saw a lot in that state championship game. Man, I think he threw for 5 touchdowns in that first half.
He runs like a freight train. He ran in there hard, boy.
And he is a tough guy to bring down.
Pennsylvania boys are getting them slow right there.
They're getting back to the huddle slower and slower, even though they've had short fields that we're wearing them down. So
there's no doubt that they've been on the field a lot during this game.
That could be a factor here late in the game.
Clock ticking its way down. 5:24. 2-by-1. Skurpak goes left side. Looks like, is that Knight again?
I love that play. That rocket screen, we call it jailbreak. Just get it out there, man. Get one block, and the guy can go.
Gets it up by the sticks. I don't know if he's got enough for a first down. It looks like he's going to.
It's a great guy to throw it to that Knight. He threw it on a short field. It's a glorified sweep right now. Bang, hit it out there.
And I want to give a shout-out. Shane Lindstrom was also chosen to be part of this game, and he decided against it because, and get this, you don't get this too often, he said that he couldn't make practice because he's over in Greece right now on a trip, and he said he didn't want to take a spot away from someone just by coming back and suiting up the day of the game.
He's an all-timer.
A fumble snap
He's
there.
an all-timer.
Here comes Skurpak. Train running down the track, and he gets up to about the 50-yard line where he is upended. Nice gain on the play for.
They're taking licks. They're rotating guys in there, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
5 guys just ran on the field.
They got a short sideline over there, it looks like.
Well, you know what? They've been on the field the whole time.
Yep.
In Ohio, when Ohio has the ball, they've had to go all the way down the field. They have not had a short field yet. Trips into the boundary, split up top.
Skurpak takes a snap, looks right, fires, finds his man. Here it is again. Same play, different side as Knight takes a beating out of bounds.
He took a lick there at the end. He took a lick. He's all right.
Line did a real nice job of picking everybody up on that.
How tough is that? I mean, that's just a quick block, right, Coach? On something like that?
Well, we release our tackles a lot of times down the line.
Yeah, they don't even touch anybody.
You know what I mean? We release our tackles down the line to try to pick up.
Get somebody out in front.
Just to help the receiver with a running lane.
Skurpak into Pennsylvania territory. He's got a side, pardon me, sidecar to his right. Handoff, and not a whole lot there, maybe a yard.
The line for Ohio is playing very physical. There's no doubt about it. Pennsylvania is forced to rotate a lot of guys. They've been on the field.
And on the running plays, they're burying a lot underneath, trying to cut our guys instead of take them on. So,
I mean, is there a point in this game, if you're not going on to play football, that you realize this is your last game? Like, this is it for you?
Sure, absolutely.
What do you do? I mean, is it one of those things you just try to take as many mental snaps as you can? Skurpak firing down the field. He's got a man, and there is a tutty.
Is that Swagger?
Sure looked like it. A 42-yard strike in Ohio.
Ran that seam. Well, see, the defense is in a 4-3, and the safeties are topping off the slots. So those slot receivers are pressing, and then they're breaking inside, and you get that space.
That was vintage Billy Skurpak. Patience, persistence, and points.
Both quarterbacks throw nice seam routes.
So what are they going to do now? They're going to go for 2 again? Or are they going to send in the extra point?
Well, I think they're going for 2.
Yeah, it looks like.
Mardig's out there, and he's not even stopping, so they're going for 2.
Does Billy sprint to the edge here?
I would. It takes 2 guys to take him down.
Man, he's a war daddy. He's going under center.
Skurpak, he does indeed go under center.
You can do the quick pitch again?
Mardig in motion.
There it is, quick pitch.
Nope.
Toss over.
Oh, he's running
Bootleg.
And he's
yard short.
Yep,
Yard short.
unable to get through. So I
Man,
told
this
you,
is a great game.
takes 2 people to take him down. It took 3 there, and Ohio comes up short on the 2-point conversion. It's 23-22, Pennsylvania. Back after this, after word from our great sponsors.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Mixon will kick it in the end zone. Mixon will kick it. No, he kicks it in the end zone.
Does he really?
Oh, Jim Brown will kick it.
When he hits it, it's gone.
All I remember is the onside kick against Lisbon.
And
He
my
was on the other
sister,
side.
I'll buy tickets to see you fight Mayweather.
Everybody will.
I'm getting all kind of texts from people
Listen,
saying that.
YSN pay-per-view, July 4th, 2024.
I'm going to fight so hard for Youngstown.
I just got a text from Mayweather. He said he'll fight Andy just to shut him up. So.
Hey, I'm there.
You better bring some friends.
Better bring the smoke. All right, here we go. Ball's at the 12. He pitched it back. You got to wrap him up, dude.
They're going, look at that seam
They're doing
it's
it
the
again.
same side. It's the same block, and they have something down.
This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable.
Every kickoff.
Let's talk about these special teams for a minute.
At what point do you onside kick it? You know what I mean?
Well, something got to give.
Is there a flag on the field? Because they're standing back. Look at this guy.
Uncle Bob Sebo's here. We'll be talking to him at halftime.
Yes, sir. The legend. He's got the YSU stuff on. Look at that.
You're going to come over here and talk to us at halftime.
Go
My
Penguins. The mayor. We got a flag that's going to bring the ball back. So Ohio
holding
gets a break.
Wow.
And that's a big break, folks.
Wow.
That's going to bring it back a long way.
That's actually
50-some yards back the other way.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, though, they're going to keep hitting that right side. They like that seam. They've got a play set up that they're blocking it pretty well because all these kick returns have went to that side.
That's amazing.
You know, we got a legend listening to us right now.
Who's
Dolph
that?
Carroll.
My man.
My
man.
hero.
American legend.
Snap, here comes Brickner. Steps up, fires just a little bit downfield and behind the sticks. You don't see that a lot over this way, is behind the sticks tossing.
Well, he was getting chased down. Mix got away from his offensive lineman here, and was chasing him down. They're 3-by-1 and this guy at the top running for Pennsylvania is a good athlete, but he's going against Robinson from Boardman. Robinson, again, like a cat on a hot tin roof running around.
Brickner drops back, looking, firing over the middle, and broken up, incomplete.
Big Daddy again. We called him Jim Brown, man. We called him Jim Brown.
You know what he calls himself?
Jay Trizzle.
Jay Trizzy.
Jay Trizzy.
We did a show with him. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Usually it was just Sir.
What is that, the Eagle's Nest?
The man they call Sir.
In some schools, a lot of other things.
Oh, my God.
I love it.
Well, it's third down, man. They're going to pin their ears back and go after him here.
3-by-1 again. There's the snap. Brickner
There's
drops
great
back,
hand.
looking, firing over the middle. That
Nothing.
one is
They let that
incomplete.
quarter-
Here comes a flag.
That's in the secondary, too.
I don't know about all that. They're going to say
They're going holding on the defense.
I'll tell you what, that drone is throwing me off big.
Oh, yeah,
It
I
just
see
keeps
it.
going up and down.
Yeah, I see it. You know, did you see those drones at the Boston Red Sox game the
No.
other day? They formed all those drones went up and formed a B with all them lights.
Oh,
No, it was
wow.
interesting. It
Wow.
was neat. It was neat.
We got to do that, but it's just a big picture of you
Oh, yeah, with my fist up, right?
knocking out Floyd Mayweather.
My man.
Slow motion. Got him. Gary Leininger on the sidelines, snapping for YSN. There's Brickner. We'll flip. Oh, man.
Tubbs.
Wow. Tubbs.
Brian Tubbs.
Not messing around.
The
What a,
Southside assassin. The striker, man.
that dude, when you say cold-blooded, and it is trademarked for you, my friend, cold-blooded, Tubbs is the epitome of that word.
Tubbs was out the first 3 games. Unfortunate injury. But when he came back week 4, the team came around him, and he came out like Ray Lewis every game.
That's a unique injury, by the way. Not
Yeah,
that's not a sprained thumb.
No.
Oh, Brickner. Doug Flutie's it. That thing is picked off, taken the other way.
Caleb White. Caleb White, Beaver local. He made a nice defensive play on the other side of the field a little bit ago, and with 2:12 left, Ohio down by 1 point. It's showtime. Ball's at the 30-yard line.
White Lightning strikes again here in Salem.
That was beautiful. Defense had a great series there. Put themselves behind the 8 ball with the penalty, and then they came right back.
And that's big. If you can get Brickner out of the pocket and just trying to chuck it downfield, I think Ohio's got the athletes to make plays.
This has been a great first half of action.
Oh, my goodness. You look at this. I mean,
And I know we're Ohio guys. I'm going to tell you something. Pennsylvania's great.
Dogs.
Oh, my gosh. They're getting space.
Johnson back in. Takes a snap. He's going to roll out to his left. Gets
He has
past a
space.
man. He does have space, and he's got a few yards before he stumbles out of bounds. It'll be second down and medium for Ohio.
Well, Ohio's been pretty high tempo, or not huddling, I want to say, through most of this. So you know what? I don't think the time right now is as big as concern, because they could pick up the pace pretty quickly, I think. And there's weapons all over the place.
Second down, let's call it 6.
3-by-1, Gurley up top, 1-on-1.
Snap, dropping back. Jackson looking, fires.
Wide. Oh, picked off.
And that is picked by Pennsylvania back the other way. That is not what you wanted if you're the Buckeye State. Back into Ohio territory comes Pennsylvania, and punch, counterpunch at this time there, champ.
That was a great, and you know what? He had him open, but you know there's great players all over the place, and he closed and made a great pick. Pennsylvania has some tremendous athletes out there. Ohio's going to have to, and this is part of the game where you always talk about as a coach, you have to counter yourself. Ohio's going to have to counter. You got to stay up. Tough, hard run by Liam Gibson from Beaver. With 1:38 and counting, ball's going to be at the 26-yard line, middle of the field.
So if you're Ohio here, you just got to hold.
It's sports. It's transitioning when things happen that don't go your way. You got to stay up.
Fake handoff. Brickner
Tight
looks
end,
downfield.
Middle wide open.
And there it is again.
Brady Cooper.
My
from
goodness.
Laurel. They ran them tight end crosses. They sent two guys out. They did a nice little play action. Tight ends ran crossers down the field. Very difficult to cover.
29-22 Pennsylvania. Not bad when you get 50 points in one half.
No, this has been action-packed. The difference has been what you talked about from the very beginning, special teams.
DeSantis boots it. This one is high, and it is good. So Pennsylvania cracks the 30-burger. It's 30-22. Back after this on your sports network.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife. Create memorable family moments.
Back we come here late in the second quarter. DJ Oakley, Andy Hake, Brett Powell with you.
Robinson, get loose.
And there's Keywan Robinson. He does get loose. He's got a break. Does he have a block? Woo! And man alive.
That's what the doctor ordered.
Spider-Man
That's
with
what
all
the
those
doctor
moves.
ordered.
Just over a minute to go here in quarter number 2, and Keywan Robinson.
That was electric.
Gets loose.
That was electric, and that's exactly what Ohio needed. They needed special teams of their own right there. They tilted the field on that kickoff.
Score here, get the ball back at halftime. Perfect strategy for Coach Johnson.
Make something happen here. Make this thing, and this has been a heck of a game up to this point. Goes to show you about kickoffs, doesn't it?
Sure does. It's been a heavy topic here tonight.
Field position, man.
Billy Skirpak back in the ball game for Team Ohio. Takes a snap, quick fire over to the right side, gets it to Gurley, and Gurley upended after a short gain. Team Ohio scrambling.
Get on the ball.
Get back to the ball.
They're going to have to burn one after this if they don't get a first down.
3 to the left for Skirpak. Takes a snap, looks, fires downfield. He's got a man, and it's completed and upended inside the 30-yard line.
Now, he can kill the clock here. He can kill it. I think that's what he's going to do.
Gardner with the
That
catch.
was Gardner,
That
yes,
was
sir.
a nice play.
Gardner's looking big down there. Texted his ball coach, Sean Guerrero, right now. They spike it.
25 seconds left. Ball's around the 6, 7 yard line. Hey, very exciting game though, hasn't it been? Very exciting.
Oh, I love it. I mean, this is one of the highest-scoring Penn-Ohio games I can recall, and it's only the second quarter.
We're not even at halftime. We're getting to 100.
Skurpak takes a snap. Looks. He's going to rush it. And he's lost the football, but there's a flag.
Got the ball back.
They burn a timeout right there. That was smart.
Timeout called on the field. Let's pay some more bills, boys. This one brought to you by Myers Insurance.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com or find us on Facebook.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ohio driving. The Skurpak takes a snap, looks, rolls left.
This is a dangerous guy.
Still on his feet, inside the 10-yard line, and dropped there. 9 seconds, and did I see a timeout called? Yes.
Was that the final timeout for Ohio?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we haven't seen them kick an extra point yet, so a field goal's probably out of thought.
It's showing Ohio has 2 timeouts up there. Is that
no way?
Second quarter, Coach, I think.
Okay. No. Next to
you're right.
It's showing they have.
Wow.
Now you know what? You could take would you throw a fade or two here?
First shot's got to be at the end zone, right? Without a doubt.
It's an all-star game, yes. But you know what? It's easy. It's easy to be up here calling it. It's a lot easier being up here calling as it is down there. Boy, the philosophy up here is so much grander
right?
than the actuality of the responsibility.
And that's the funny part, because you're down there every Friday night. How many times?
Heavy is the head that holds the crown.
That's it.
Because when you're living it, it's much more intense than
go for two. Wait a minute.
Two. Right. Said the faithful. You're either the hero or the goat, right?
That's right.
Only heroes on the field tonight, though. I'll tell you that much.
Left hash for Team Ohio. Skurpak puts a man in motion right across his face. Claps, snaps, gets the football to the right side.
Wide open. Mardig.
Jump to Mardig. That one is good. And Ohio back on the board before halftime.
Great call. He sprinted out like it was a run all the way.
They had their defense totally convinced that was going to be a run by the quarterback.
Mardig. And that's a guy that Coach Johnson talked about to me today, saying he thought he'd catch a bunch of balls and have a big game here today. Sometimes you don't have to catch a bunch of balls. Just when it counts, you got to be great.
That's it. Skurpak has done that all season long, all career long, and his adieu to football here tonight, doing it again.
Well, they're going for 2 here. They're going to try to tie it up here before the half. This has been a game of momentum shifts.
Coming up at halftime, by the way, folks, they will hand out scholarships, which the guy we're going to interview is a big part of, getting those scholarships handed out for Team Ohio and Team Pennsylvania. The best part of this game, as far as I'm concerned, is when they hand out those scholarships for these young men to go on to the next level and get a little bit of aid along the way.
I'm hoping to get me a scholarship here at halftime.
We'll get you taken care of.
I really appreciate it. Let the kids have the money. I'm fighting Floyd for the money. You know what I mean?
Nice, cool mill. He gets $249, you get one.
Just give me one.
And one for the kids.
One for the kids. We're putting in a beautiful stadium there in the South Side. We're going to call it the South Side Coliseum.
Call it Mayweather Arena.
Ooh, call it whatever you want.
So Ohio will, after this, try to tie this ball game up. 60 points potentially in the first half.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Welcome to football in June. You wanted points, you're seeing them here tonight. So Ohio will break the huddle, and they will head back to the line of scrimmage and try to knot this ball game up at 30 apiece.
Double tight ends, double wings.
Skurpak. And right up the middle. No chance of stopping whatever that was.
Inside zone.
Whew.
I'm going to tell you something. Kinsey from Toronto runs the ball hard. And that line has done a tremendous job.
They're separating themselves from these guys right now.
But his Colucci's all gunned up, boy.
Fourth quarter is going to be it'll tell the tale.
I just want to see Colucci do the whip and the nay-nay like he did in the state championship game.
You know what? There's 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Onside it.
Well, hold your breath because you're about to kick it off to Pennsylvania. And I don't know if they have Deion Sanders returning the ball back there, but it looks like they've had
I don't think you can onside it in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, you might as well just kick the ball high to the corner. If you kick it out of bounds, you kick it out of bounds. Just kick it out of bounds.
Please just keep it out of that right lane.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's almost like kick the ball out of bounds.
You're not wrong there. That's probably the greatest strategy.
They'd probably make you re-kick, but you know what? Make them do it.
Keep doing it.
I don't know. There's 4 seconds left.
Wow.
Ohio has a timeout.
You don't need it.
Famous last words.
You don't need it. Use it or lose it, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting to see what they do here. Do you just kick? I don't necessarily mind the idea of kicking it out of bounds.
Who are these guys back here for Pennsylvania? Number 2 and is that 8?
So Trey Singleton, and it looks like that's Raekwon Troutman, 8. They changed his number.
Maybe he'll get an extra year and I can get him to come play for me. Huh?
That's what you need.
If he just goes to another state.
That's just what you need.
Doctor up an ID.
More people talking about it.
Oh, isn't that something? No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
As long as it stays in. They're going to make him kick it again. I hope not. But
well, if I was Pennsylvania, I'd sure make him kick it again, right?
Make him kick it all night.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to kick it again.
Who's number 8?
It's Raekwon Troutman.
Where's he from?
Cornell. Not the college.
Well, those two guys are as dangerous as it gets, huh?
And they got size too. It's
put those guys in charge of national defense.
Whew. Good night. So this will be interesting. They'll keep moving them back.
30-30 with 4 seconds to go in the first half. It's been a game of
you gotta squib this.
Momentum.
Yes, sir. That's exactly. I don't know what they were.
So here comes Mardig. Approaches, and another.
Oh, my.
Oh!
Onside kick.
Technically it's not an onside kick, right?
Throw it. You got a shot.
It's Ohio's first down.
Ohio's ball. 4 seconds left.
Well, you got the quarterbacks to give it a chip in a chair.
That's incredible. 4 seconds left.
I don't know what the PA guys were thinking. They all backed away from it and let Ohio just come down and cover.
They might have thought it was going out of bounds. I don't know. You don't know.
Hey, they got 38 yards.
Oh, that's a chip in a chair. These quarterbacks.
Wow.
Let them.
You're at the
that's
table.
Ohio's ball. That was not an onside kick.
Listen,
that's not an onside.
No,
I've seen Billy put it on a dime from 50. I've seen Jackson Johnson do the same. Now it comes down. Crazy to put both quarterbacks in there and make them
have them split the center.
Yeah.
Have them both take off 2 different ways.
Just let Colucci pick where he wants to go. I figure I know where he's going to go with the football. He might be a little biased.
Now, that is not an onside kick. An onside kick is
right.
a meaningful thing because you can't kick. What if they kicked the ball down to the 20 and no one picked it up?
Coach, I'll correct myself. It was a directional kick. They directed it to that quarter down there.
So Jackson Johnson's going to be the quarterback.
Well, I'd drop all 4.
And I think it's just by the rotation. So here comes Johnson. 4 seconds on the clock.
Vayshawn Gurley's going to get a
4
toss.
guys coming hard, and he got swallowed.
And that, do you use that timeout?
No, that's the end of the half, folks.
That's the half.
So that'll do her. So at the half, ladies and gentlemen.
Play by Dan Henry from Moon.
As good as it gets, 30-30 here at the 44th annual Penn-Ohio All-Star
What a night in America.
Game. We will take a break, and we'll be back with some festivities here at halftime. Don't go anywhere. Back after this on YSN.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These 3 values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
My old boss, he said I would be good at sales because I'm good with people and everything like that. So he offered me a job, and here I am. I have a lot of repeat customers, and referrals, and it's just nice seeing them with smiles on their faces when, they pick up their vehicles, them telling me how happy they are with the vehicles. So that's what keeps you going. I'm Jim Timko, and I've been at Greenwood Chevrolet for 20 years.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well, connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Yeah, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley, Andy Hake with you, and it's halftime here. 60 points have been put up in this ball game in the first half. 30-30, dead heat, dead even, Penn versus Ohio. And we are honored at this time to bring in one of my favorite people, one of the namesake of the stadium, Mr. Bob Sebo, who is known worldwide at this point, and taking in a ball game tonight. Mr. Sebo, to be able to sit here and watch football in June, and as much as I know you love football and sports in this area, it's got to be nice for you.
Doesn't honest to God, it doesn't get any better. I just said today, I just came from a Youngstown State football fundraiser dinner, and it was, I'm all cranked up for football now. I'm ready. Baseball done. Let's get on with the game.
Turn the page. And you talked about it, but being such a contributor to local sports in this area, I mean, that's always been a dream of yours to be part of it. But in the way you're able to support games like this with scholarships with these athletes going to the next level. Talk about the importance of that to you.
For me, of course, I love the game of football. But for me, what it teaches young men is what excites me most. It teaches them how to work together, how to work for somebody, how to be. For me, the life preparation of football at this level is incredible. Every young man that's physically able should ought to take a shot at it.
Put some pads on.
To me, it's a great thing. It teaches you a lot, and you learn a lot from your coaches.
There's a lot of guys out there tonight that are suiting up for the last time. They've suited up since they were peewees, and tonight is their last night ever playing the game in an organized manner. What advice would you have for them? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't get to pick your spot where you quit. You went down via the knee injury and were never able to fully recover. What advice would you give these guys that are playing for the last time?
Give back to the game. Support the young kids, encourage the young kids. I mean, you take, for instance, we have the young quarterback from Youngstown State doing a football clinic.
Mitch Davidson.
Week. Yeah, Mitch is a super good guy, and he's got, I think there's over 100 kids signed up already for it.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and I just think that's the mindset that all of these, and even if they don't go on to play, they could become a football wannabe like me. I'm having more fun just supporting the game, cheering for the kids, and getting to watch and know some of these young men.
That's incredible. When you think about games like this, all-star games, there's a lot of people from a lot of different sides, but these are giving opportunities to young men to be raised up on a platform, and that football being that platform.
Well, it's, for it to be the last game that they will ever play, that's a sad moment. Right. But I got to tell you, they just got to have their mindset to support the game and help the young kids that are coming along. And to me, that's the most important thing that these guys can accomplish if they don't go on to football at a higher level. Support it, encourage the young men, and help them.
You're a hometown guy, right? I mean, you're a Salem guy through and through. When you think about what this means to have your name on the stadium, to have all these people that are in your stadium, and to be able to give back to your community since you were a little boy. I think you said that when you graduated, you always gave back as an alum. What does that mean to you to be able to see this and be part of that progression of not only football but the entire athletics here in Northeast Ohio?
Well, the thing that's most exciting to me, I'm telling you, if we don't have the finest football facility, if we don't have the best parking for attending a football game, that to me is the excitement that we have. I don't know that there's another high school facility as good as this one.
I love it.
He's first class, man. And I will say this with Bob. Everything he says, the guy lives it.
Yeah.
He's not just saying it because it's easy for me. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's a dear friend of mine.
Yep.
But above that, he's always supported, and not just my teams, but any local team.
Yep.
Anybody ever ask him for help, if it's about kids, he wants to help.
Yep.
He feeds my kids, and he treats my kids like gold. And you know what? I don't know what his affiliation is to the south side of Youngstown, but his affiliation is to kids and to people. And he goes out of his way. And since I've known him, and a pleasure knowing this guy, he's been out of his way to be friends to people and help out kids. And I admire you, and you know I love you, man.
Andy, I appreciate your words. It's a lot of fun for me to be part of everything here, the Salem team, and I'm very supportive of Youngstown Valley Christian.
Yes.
He's a great coach, and he does great things for these young men.
Hey, I'm going to do this real quick because I know you have an old friend here.
This is going to be
and
fun.
I'm going to put him on my mic, and I want him to talk. He's an old friend, Digger Dawson. He's an American legend.
Hey,
he's one of the greats in the area. DJ,
how about this?
Hey, you're welcome.
Yes.
Hey, Digger, will you come on for a minute and do a little talking?
Yeah, put him on.
He knows how to do it.
Digger, I got to tell you, Digger's the main man. He is East Liverpool. He knows who ran the ball in the second play of the third game in 1936, for God's sake.
How about the 1954 safety when Bob Sebo was the high point man for East Liverpool because he was caught in the end zone?
Digger, I got to tell you, Holtz always picks on me on that because it always got a kick out of it. If you look at our program from 1954, you'll see Lou Holtz has a 137-pound tackle there. Can you imagine that?
And he didn't even get a number.
Well, I got to tell you, I loved playing the game. We got a nice carpet out there now, but when we had grass, I had a lot of red blood that I left out there on that field.
I hope the people from Salem and Columbiana County realize what a wonderful contribution this stadium is. Well deserved. The one bad thing about having something named for you, Bob, you have to maintain it the rest of your life. So.
Well, the nice thing about that, Digger, is I'm 87, so I haven't got a hell of a lot of years left to maintain. So,
when you guys think about the friendship that you've had over the years, I mean, what maintains the friendship? It's sports, right? That's where it started, and that's where it'll end, right?
When Digger and I are on the telephone and we go to hang up, it's always a game, which. Over the next few years, Doug Phillips is as good a coach as their heir is, and he, on top of it,
He's just a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Doug is a motivator. He loves the kids, and he loves Youngstown. I think, 2 years, 3 years from now, there's not one Big Ten school that would be coming after him to offer him, and I don't think he'll leave.
No, I think this is home for him, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is a lifelong dream. I mean, you talk about Columbiana County. You have two of the biggest legends in sports history here in Columbiana County, and this East Palestine boy, if I would have told, the 14-year-old DJ Yoakley just starting in broadcasting, I'd be interviewing you guys 20 years later, I would be absolutely beside myself. Gentlemen, a pleasure as always. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all that you've done for not just Columbiana County, the community, the region, and really the country. I mean, we've changed things in Northeast Ohio, and you guys are a big part of it. So God bless you, and thank you very much.
DJ, thanks.
You
Great.
got it.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back after this on YSN.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Clint.
Hi, this is Steve Versetto. Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
Before your team steps up to the plate, we're here to help you step up your game. Game Changer is the #1 app for youth baseball and softball. Game Changer takes youth sports apps to a whole other level with incredible features like easy-to-use scorekeeping and free live streaming. It's time to retire the old spiral-bound scorebook. With Game Changer, your scorekeeper can quickly enter every play in the game right on a smartphone or tablet. Those plays are automatically translated into over 150 stats, including batting and pitching sprite charts. And after every game, the app generates an article recapping the action, just like you'd find in the sports section of your local newspaper. Best of all, we've made it easy for you and your staff to access all of your stats and information in your Game Changer web portal on a mobile device or desktop. Staying organized throughout the season can be tough. Game Changer gives you team management tools that make scheduling games and practices easy and seamlessly integrate into the calendars of your parents and coaching staff. Plus, enhanced messaging and alerts, photo sharing, and RSVP features keep everyone who needs to know in the know. Game Changer is the first and only app of its kind to offer live streaming. Just mount a smartphone to the backstop and it's game on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting things, we're about to get back underway, but a very special guest. We just had 2 very special guests, and now we've got another one. I've never done an interview with this guy before, so it's really exciting to get this guy in the booth. Coach, well, I should say state champion, Hall of Fame coach,
American
Dan
legend.
Yeagley, the American legend, joins us in the booth. Coach, you got 5 kids out there. 5 men out there that are playing, some of them for the last time. This game's always been near and dear to your heart. Why?
It's just one last chance to put on the uniform and, again, represent South Range and, represent the Raiders. And those guys, is what South Range is all about. Those guys play so hard, and they're doing such a great job tonight. I'm so proud of them. And, it's fun. It's fun watching them one more time, watching them play together, and watching them as a team.
Is it different to be just watching them as a civilian this time?
Yeah, I'm sitting up in the stands, which is really weird. but it's good. I mean, watching them play and watching them give it their all. Matter of fact, all the whole Ohio team's playing very, very well. Scary part, there's 30 points on the board.
This is incredible.
This is not your kind of game.
I love it.
60 points already? No.
I love this.
Not me.
Hey, Coach, I'm going to tell you something, and I mean this. And you know what? I started coaching at a young age. I grew up with I'm lucky my dad, Russ Hake, it was a coach and a teacher, and I grew up with it. And then I quickly started coaching out of high school. And Coach Yeagley was at South Range, and I was at Mineral Ridge. And just through the years, there are certain people that represent the game and represent the sport and are just, it's like in the WWE, what is the WWE without the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan?
That's
what
right.
was it? And what it was high school football without you, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't anticipate it. I don't like it. Because I think you're the man, and you know what? I went against a lot of guys that I thought were great coaches through the years. No BS.
Yeah.
But there wasn't anybody I ever thought is
Coach.
like you, and I mean that. And that's not.
That means a lot.
I mean
Thank
that
you so
because
much.
I coach like a maniac, and I'm not you, but I will.
But you get the most out of your kids, and that's what it's all about. Your kids love you and play for you.
I've always tried to emulate in my own way. Guys like in my own way.
A little bit different.
We're different guys, but in the end,
he's not calling out Floyd Mayweather.
He ain't calling out Floyd, but I am. He makes $250 million a fight, Coach.
Here we go.
I'll fight him on the south side of Youngstown for a cool mill, and then another $1 million for the school, and we're going to build a stadium. Thank you, Floyd. I'll fight him. He's 46. Just get a fight.
You can even name it after him. Who cares?
He's already. He
gets it.
The great coach gets it. It's for the kids, right?
That's right.
But I mean it, Coach. Hey, you're the all-timer, and
thank you.
Any young coach who wants to aspire to do it the right way and be good to kids and represent themselves right, it's with you. It starts and stops with you, and I mean that when I say that.
Thank you.
I think you're the best. I think everybody knows that, and it's like losing a piece of something special with you retiring, and good luck to you. But at the same time, man, I know you're going to be around. You're going to watch games.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be hard. I mean, Kelly and I have talked about it a lot, and I don't know what July and August is going to be like, and I know I'm going to have my days, but luckily, I Coach Rock and the whole staff is there, and I can go anytime I want and hang out, and they invited me, and it's all good, and those are still, as long as I'm alive, those are still my boys too.
Yeah.
So
well, you're always invited to South Side of Youngstown to hang out with us at Old Market Street too.
Hey, that's good.
Hey, come on and hang out. And Bob pays for some meals sometimes. So when Jeff Crystal brings that catering down, make sure you show up that
there
day.
You go.
You know what I mean?
Dan, when you think about all of this, I mean, you've had a whirlwind of the last 6 months or so.
6 months has been crazy. I mean, really has. It's been It's been, like you said, it's been crazy and blessed, and I'm lucky to have family around and friends to, get me through some of these crazy times.
Take us through the Hall of Fame. I mean, that had to be a special moment in your life, almost surreal, and we all knew it was coming, but you, the humble man that you are, never accepted it. Has it sunk in yet?
No, it hasn't. And, it's great being honored by your peers, and we were down there, and it's nice that my parents were able to go down to Columbus with me, and Kelly's parents were able to go down. We took them all down. My one son and his wife was able to come down, and my coaches were all there. Coach McClellan, Coach Owen came down for it. Old timers came down, and they got me going, and it was just so much fun, and seeing Coach Cook got in, who I was an assistant with for 8 years down in Columbus, and he got in at the same time. It was nice talking to him, and the staff, all the staff when I was there to introduce him, and it was awesome. It really was, and like I said, to be honored like that is truly amazing, and it hasn't sunk in yet, and Coach Hake will tell you the reason why you're there is because of those young men down there.
Sure.
And they get the wins, and they help you through the tough times. And I've been blessed with great assistant coaches to get me through, and I was happy that they were down there with me too.
Well, I think one of the cool things, and especially for me, is I've kind of been able to see a lot of this over the last 6-7 seasons transpire. But I'm doing an 8-year-old, 10-year-old softball game the other day, and your dad comes over, and listen, he's got green card whenever he wants to interrupt my broadcast, but during the break he got emotional about the people and how they spoke about you in their speeches. For them going in the Hall of Fame. You're a family man first, and I know it means a lot to you. They were down there. I saw the pictures. I thought it was so cool to see how many people supported you and how many lives, and that was just a microcosm of all of it, but how many lives you've changed over the course of your career as a coach, as an educator, and just as a human being.
Like I said, it's crazy and how everything works out, and I was so glad that he was able to come down, Mom and Dad, and it's just like I said, it was amazing. And besides Coach Cook, I coached the North-South game with Coach Trevisano when he was a mentor. And we had a nice talk there, and that's when there was only one North-South game, and we stayed for 2 weeks down in Columbus, and at Otterbein College with the kids, and you get you get to know the coaches well when you spend that time with them, and we had a good time because he got inducted also, and he's just, like I said, a good man, and you learn. I was told a long time ago, and I talked about it. Coach Trussell even said, just listen and learn. You got to learn from these people. And when I was coaching with Coach Cook and with Coach Trevisano and Coach McClellan and Coach Owen and all those guys, I listened because you can learn so much from those guys.
Sure.
And you can learn a lot about the game, but even more about how to deal with people. And like I said, I've been blessed with a lot of great people in my life, and blessed.
Coach, we have learned a lot from you, myself especially. On the X's and O's, yes, but more about the Jimmies and Joes and how to treat people. So thank you for everything. I'm so proud of you. So honored. I'm going to miss like crazy, even though I'm excited for Dave Rock. Tuesdays at Legends, I'm going to miss interviewing you and talking about, we're not going to stop talking about life, but to not have you on the headset every Tuesday night.
I think it's time you dive into politics and run for office.
Jeez, here we go.
And I think that if you can
be my campaign manager?
Oh, I'll make it happen for you. If you can help our country the way you helped out South Range, man, then you know what, we'd be a better place for it. I mean that. Hey, I think you're the best. I think you're all-timer, man.
Thank
I do.
you.
I think you're the all-timer.
Love you bunches, and I love what you do.
You are
Keep
the
it up.
coach. There's coaches, and then there's the coach. And I want to thank you, Mrs. Yeagley, for allowing him to do all this all these years, because I have a wife, and if she don't allow me to do these things, and that's the end of it. So, you know what? Behind every great man, there's a great woman, and you have great.
For sure.
Your son lives next to my father, and he's a great kid, man.
I got to play with Augustus the other day.
Did you really?
Yes.
Augie.
Yeah, Augie. I got to play with him. He was over at my son's house, and they were playing with the kids, and I got to play with them, and oh my goodness, it's so much fun.
I'm a lucky guy. You know how that goes.
Oh, yes.
I'm a lucky guy,
Blessed.
and I know that. I know that. But
that's awesome. We're proud of you. We love you, and obviously,
son, right now, the great Coach Yeagley is talking about you. So you're out there at home playing with dinosaurs and whatever you're doing. Know that the great Coach Yeagley mentioned your name.
Oh,
clip it forever.
It's a forever bit.
Well, there's one thing that we do every time we talk, Coach, and I wouldn't let you leave without saying it, and it is
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Got
Dan
that
Yeagley,
right.
the state champion, Hall of Famer, my favorite human being in this world.
Thank you, guys.
Stopping by. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you
Love
so much.
Appreciate
Love you too.
You're the best.
Thanks, DJ.
You bet. And,
My man.
and of course,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Kelly.
You're the best,
Thank
Coach. You are.
Not a whole lot. We see Andy. Coach comes, and all of a sudden the defense comes with him. Shocker. It's like South Range all over again.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun?
We have 60 points in the first half. Dan Yeagley steps in, and all of a sudden nobody scores.
I can't wait till he's our state rep. This is going to be it. I got speeches already made, huh? We're going after people. You're going to see another side of Coach, huh? You're going to see the Trumper side of
I
Coach
love
now.
it.
Huh? I can't wait.
love it.
Motorcades, calling people out.
I can see that. I can see the photoshopping happening at YSN right now with all the pictures.
There'll be no changes to this great game. This is it, huh? We're finally going to be represented by winners now, folks.
My goodness.
I want to say back to action, but this was so fun,
That
right?
was action-packed interview.
There's only one, man. You had Sebo, Digger, and Coach Yeagley.
There's nothing better. Thank you.
You're the best,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you for.
I
Hey,
love you.
You're awesome.
Appreciate you.
God bless you. I mean it.
We'll see you soon. Wow.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, I've done probably 1,000 interviews with Coach Yeagley like that, and he's just he's like that all the time.
That don't get old.
No. Incredible. Yeah, you said it. Coach is coach. He is the best. A young man that he still is a very young man, young at heart, a guy that I have admired for so long. And, you know, some people don't know this. If it wasn't for Dan Yeagley, YSN's probably not hanging around right now. I'm probably selling mattresses somewhere.
You know, certain characters get you through the dark times, man. You know, and he's a winner.
I don't know, he messaged him on LinkedIn. It was 10 o'clock at night, and he immediately got back to me, which shocked me, and said, hey, let's set up a conversation. I went to South Range. It was the first year of their new stadium, and I was nervous. I was sweating bullets. It was YSN. We had no transmissions yet, no video, no anything. It was just a dream. And Coach Yeagley says, I'm in. We just got to go through the right channels, and next thing you know, yours truly is the voice of South Range, and people all the time wonder, and they ask me, why are you so attached? That's why. Because without Dan Yeagley, without South Range, none of the rest of this stuff happens. Because we get turned down 29 times. They said, no, thanks, but no thanks.
Now how many schools you have?
68.
It's a beautiful thing.
One in Pennsylvania. So if you're listening in Pennsylvania.
We love Pennsylvania.
So does the Run. The Run loves Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania loves the Run.
I tell you what, this game has turned into a defensive struggle.
How do you go from 60 points to none? I'm stammering.
Isn't that crazy?
And this is incredible to me. I'm telling you, it's Coach Yeagley. Where Coach Yeagley goes, defense follows. This is incredible.
Fourth down, they're going for it.
Why not?
Double tight, double
They're gonna
wing.
probably try to pull them off. Nope, they went right at it.
And they got it. My goodness, that's a big boy. 44, that's Damian Grenongle.
From Freedom High School, 6'1", 205.
That is a big dog. I was pretty proud of myself during that interview, keeping track of all the
You were
video
moving.
going on.
You were doing the discussion and also moving.
When Coach Yeagley talks, everything else just goes on the back. It's like you. Like I've got to make track of what are you saying?
Well, there's a lot going on. In this world of eternal struggle, you got to focus.
Your interviews are. Oh, here we go.
Downtown, nope.
Is that 22 from Beaver Local again? Caleb White.
White Lighton. He's an absolute just
Watch
playmaker.
picking on him.
Didn't he score 5 touchdowns in a game, I believe, this year?
If you told me 10, I'd believe it.
They got something special going on in Beaver Local. They're building that program back.
No, they did a good job this year.
Coach McKenzie.
They finished real strong.
Drop back, Brickner looking, firing. Over the middle.
What a play.
Wow.
Broke it up.
Was that him
What a
again?
play.
It
Yep,
was.
Yeah, White.
See, they're
White.
wheeling it's 3-by-1, and to the one receiver side, they're wheeling the back out of the backfield. And they're running that skinny post and trying to get the one back behind them. But he's firing that ball in there, that skinny post, and this White's doing a tremendous job covering him.
You know, and what's interesting is we said in the first half, and Brett, I think you said it best, is we're wearing these guys down.
Yeah, but they've got to rest, and now they're getting to the quarterback, but see, it's just a half a step too late. They're going to make that up here.
Logan Smith with that catch. No, and I think you're right. You know what? You got to make them drive. Make them drive.
And this is the first time they've really done that.
Yep.
What's crazy is you look at the rosters, and they're about the same amount of players. But it feels like the fatigue setting in a lot quicker for Pennsylvania.
There's a little counter play.
Brickner going nowhere.
Was that Wyatt Morris?
Sure look like him. Quick like a cat.
Wyatt Morris is one of the better high school football players I've seen in the last few years. I mean that.
Oh, yeah. And he's, like, you look at him and you go, what? You know, if you ran into him on at the grocery store, you would not think that's the man-child that takes the field every Friday night.
What a tough guy.
We got a penalty on top of the tackle for a loss.
A little holding? What was that? Is that personal foul?
Yeah, I think it was. It's 15. Yep, clip.
Well, hey, your night's complete. You got to talk to Sebo, Digger, and Yegley here.
What
at
a night!
halftime.
And then I got you guys in the booth. I mean, there's nothing better.
We're just hanging out.
This has been a great night.
Balls are gone. Oh my!
Did he catch that?
Yes,
that was a tremendous catch.
Wow!
A great catch.
Is that number 8?
That would be Raekwon Troutman. Yep.
And it was all hands. There was no body, no nothing else, just his hands.
These kids nowadays, I would say there's a lot of progression in the positions, but I would say the receiver position has gotten so much better since the likes of OBJ and people do the one-hand catches and things like that, because that's how they train now. Like, you have to be able to do the one-handed catch in order to be a receiver in today's golden age of football.
It's something with the skill set of some of these guys.
Like, what's the biggest, in your time as a coach, and you've been doing it a long time, you started very young, what has been the biggest position that you've seen advance quickly throughout your time?
That's an interesting question. I think it's what the people are focusing on. You know what I mean?
Because you've seen that it's turned from defense to offense. That's the game now.
Nothing like having a great defense.
You're right.
If you have a great defense, you can be in any game.
Yep.
You know, what do they say? Offense sells tickets and defense wins championships.
You're not wrong.
If you can play defense, and defense is what? Team. It's team.
Yep.
Because you don't have the ball. Oh, man.
Wow. Number 8 got it there in the
Talk about
backfield.
team. My goodness.
That's our boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They got down there, and it was 2nd and 1, and now it's 4th and 4.
Tubbs made a nice play there.
The guys are running around
He's
now.
got some sweet kicks, too, by the way. Tubbs, I saw him rocking Jordans the other day in practice.
Cold-blooded. Now, I think that when you focus, always, as a coach, always focus on defense.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the ball. And that's when you see unselfish people, was when you don't have the ball and you see who's really committed to the cause.
You can control a lot more on defense, correct?
Well, defense is what it's all about.
Boot.
Oh, boy. That's going to be...
Nope.
No, just short. I don't know how he didn't get in.
Do you think they're going to run number 44 up the middle?
I do. I do, and I don't know why you wouldn't. Damian Grenagel.
I've called the offense since I started coaching, but the focus has always been the defense.
You've coached one of these games, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've coached a North-South game twice. I've coached this game before.
How do you coach differently in a game like this?
Well, you know what? It's a funny thing because all the players are skilled.
Yeah.
And it's more or less getting them to keep the plan simple.
Yeah.
Get people to play, understand the scheme, and then just play hard. And then, you know what? Get them to like each other.
They don't get it.
Nope. Turn away.
Wow.
It's a short amount of time, but get them to like each other like any team. Hey, man, make them care about it. Give them a sense of heroic belonging and then cut them loose on the city. And, it's an all-star game. Things happen, and you know what I mean? The kick returns in this game. Things happen. You can't, there's good players for Ohio.
Yeah.
They just, things happen. They're going to run that again. Quarterback.
And
He's in.
They're going to get it. So Penn is in. That touchdown brought to you by our friends at Instacopy. Print your way. Printing courtesy today of our starting lineups of Instacopy. You can contact them today, 330-332-9365. Once again, that's Instacopy. Proud to support events that benefit our community. 36-30. Penn takes the lead, and, I mean, after 60 points, you kind of want to say it's about time here in the second half.
What a change of events.
Booty's
You know what?
up. It
Guys are
is.
tired. I bet you guys are tired.
You think?
know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, and what do you get? Like 2 weeks to practice for this?
Yeah, they're guys, they're young guys. They're in shape, but it's not as if,
It's not football shape.
In 2 weeks, how much shape can you get in if you're not, haven't been running around? And, some of these guys probably coming off track in baseball, but some guys haven't been doing, staying in shape.
Some of these guys coming off the couch. Really, you think about it.
God bless them.
But your senior year is your senior year.
Well, these guys are in shape.
Oof.
They're in shape.
Well, yeah, you got
I
some
saw them
dogs
practice, and they're just not in 15-week football shape, right?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This isn't week 8.
And fatigue makes cowards of us all, and once you're really tired, once you're really tired, that's what I'm hoping with Mayweather. He comes into the fight tired, you know what I mean?
Just from a long night out the night before, July 3rd, a lot of parties going on.
Well, I'm hoping.
July 4th, 2024.
We'll call it hands up.
Hands up.
Hands up.
I think we should just name it after your show, Hake's Take, because you're going to be taking $1 million from him.
Wouldn't it be a beautiful
Actually,
thing?
2.
I need
There,
2.
2, yeah, you need 2.
He's getting 248.
Coach Powell's got your back. He knows. I'm trying.
Well, if he walks out with me, well, I ain't worried about nothing, right?
Nope. You need John Trell.
Well, I'm coming out with the whole crew. We're at least going to look good.
Was John Trell always the first guy off the bus, like they say, like Alabama?
He was an amazing guy. He'd get mad at me if I took him.
Ohio just did the same thing. They watched the kick.
Ball still loose, and Pennsylvania gets it.
They got it.
They were watching instead of catching.
That's amazing that happened twice in the same game.
In the same way.
Wow.
Run up, you would think run up and fair catch it. It's easy to be up here and second guess things. Boy, am I finding out how much easier this is than being down there in the heat.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, my God.
It's not bad.
You could be an armchair quarterback. You could be the Monday morning quarterback on Friday night. You could bring legends up and interview them.
It truly is. I mean, it's a dream come true.
They could really put Ohio in a hole here.
You're right, man.
It's going to be tough because you got only a couple drives left.
You need a turnover here if you're Ohio. If Pennsylvania, you could put this one away. I wouldn't say it's nail in the coffin time,
but it's getting tight if they get this score.
You're lining it up. Brickner again in the pistol. They go fake handoff.
Tight end crossers again.
Nice
wow.
play. That's what can get them back in.
That's what you need.
Is that Krause?
Is it 0?
Yep.
J.D. Krause, the Baldwin Wallace commit. A young man who is.
Now, that was a huge play.
I mean,
he had him. He faked it and had that tight end crossers, man.
I was so interested to see J.D. Krause, like as a defensive end, as a tight end, right? Which way were they going to play him at college? And you know what J.D. told me? He goes, they're going to play me at both. That's as good as an athlete can be.
He's one of the better ones ever played for them.
Fourth quarter when we come back here on YSN.
Hands up.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Back we come, fourth quarter. Ohio behind 37-30. Pennsylvania with the football. Brickner looks left side, gets his man completed, and looks to be and is a first down. They are cooking with peanut oil right now, Coach.
That's deflating. That is so deflating. Is that number 8 again?
Sure looks like it.
Man, that guy has been an absolute terror tonight.
Troutman, Pennsylvania's gone fishing. They've come out big with Troutman here this evening.
You ain't kidding.
And like we said, this is dangerous territory for Ohio. I mean, last year you think of the heroics from Bo Brungard. And Brickner just falls forward for a short gain.
So you got to. I know you're not allowed to blitz, but you got to bring guys up now. Now you got to bring them up.
Box,
you got to threaten.
You shrink the box.
You got to shoot gaps once you. I mean, it's a funny thing. It's an all-star game. You're not allowed to blitz, but there comes a point when it's.
You got to let them know you're there.
Any threat of a run, you got to go. You just got to see it and go.
Man in motion. Brickner takes, looks, fires over.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, open field tackle. Saves the touchdown.
Number 23, Joe Guido from Columbiana.
Great athlete, Guido. Multi-sport athlete, as most of these guys are.
Man, he came up and tackled him and raced him immediately.
There's something special about the open field tackle. I'll always appreciate it.
Oh, tackling. Now that's the art of the game that needs to be talked about. Tackling. Striking. How to tackle properly. How to wrap up in the open field. And the first guy that gets there has to break down and wrap up so the other guys can get there.
Yeah.
People lose their feet too much trying to make big hits.
Yep.
When the first guy, the art of the game is blocking and tackling.
That's it.
This other stuff, there's an advancement in all these skill spots, but it always comes down to blocking and tackling.
You're not kidding.
Kirtland, Marion Local, South Range. You talk about the best teams in the state.
Yep.
They all block and tackle well. I watched that Marion Local play Kirtland the other day, just on Huddle.
Yeah.
Watched the game. It was one of the greatest knife fights I've ever seen. To get 3 yards, the teams were like killing each other doing it. It was all-state guys trying to block all-state guys. It was all-state guys shedding blocks from all-state guys. And when you see that going on, and I watched that game, I thought to myself, and being respectful of everyone, put all the divisions together in this area.
Yeah.
Can they beat Kirtland and Marion Local? And I don't know. I don't know what the
tough.
answer is. I don't know. You would think that they could. But then you know what? You watch them play every play, and you say to yourself, these guys are relentless.
There's a lot of people. I mean, you think about some of those South Range teams that you saw that were upended by Kirtland. And a lot of those teams were the best that, Coach Yeagley had ever fielded.
How much further off were they than this team? How much further off? I mean, they might have been a little bit less. You know what I mean? Because the one that wins the state title, that's the best one. But South Range has been good for a long time.
Yep.
So
that's the knock, right? That's it. Well, they
really
didn't have to
something.
go through Kirtland. Well, they still won a state championship. They didn't have to go through Kirtland.
No, who cares? They won it. Here's that boot again to the flat.
They're not afraid to go crossbody tosses for this Brickner kid.
No, you know what? That's the first time they've covered the flat man and the drag. Those guys have been open pretty much every time they've done that. They jumped them on that one.
3rd and 11 coming now.
This is a big play, man.
This is huge.
This is it.
If they go for a field goal, it's still doable. But
this is like the bulge right here.
They want this touchdown.
Yeah,
they want
need
this.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
His quarterback's fancy with his feet.
Brickner, very, very good.
3 receivers to the short side. Single receiver, number 2. He's a good one.
Oh, Ohio got through on that.
Oh.
Hey, that pass rush really
What a
made
play.
that happen.
Wow.
That guy had to throw that ball way early.
Was that Krause in there again?
Yep.
I think it's Krause and Colucci.
Yep.
D-line, nice
2
job.
Raiders. 4th down.
11.
Now, you kick this, don't you?
They are going to.
Okay, here we go. I know it's an all-star game. It's fun, but you still want to win.
Can you block the kick? Or do you have to let him kick?
Yeah, but, I mean, I think that there's some kind of gentleman's rule.
I don't know if they fake it here. I doubt it.
jump.
I don't think you can
come off
fake.
the edge, right? This guy's coming off the edge.
Kick is up, and it is, man, that is
good.
pummeled. It's good.
All right.
So 3 points. So they get 3. They don't get the full 6. And now they're a 10-point leader of the Buckeye State here. So if you're Ohio, as we go to break, we'll talk about what you have to do when we come back here on YSN, the 44th annual Penn-Ohio football game. Back after this.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com or find us on Facebook.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric.
Back to action here in the fourth quarter. Penn-Ohio game. Penn's up 40-30. DJ Yoakley, Andy Hake, Brett Powell. And Ohio not having near the success that Pennsylvania's had in special teams.
Well, they're going to start from the 25-yard line here. There's 10:18 left. And they've had tremendous drives the whole game. They've had these.
I'm going to try to ask you this question with a straight face, and I can't do it. How much different is it from starting at your opponent's 40 than your own 25? I can't.
It's like a bonus.
Well, there's a lot of things that you can compare that to. You know what? First of all, to be honest, and if you really want to talk about honesty, you know, you're in 4-down territory if you're getting the ball around the 50-yard line.
There's Skurpak steps up, takes a couple hits, dragging some Pennsylvanians with him
This
up to
guy's
the 35.
a bull, man.
That'll be a new set of downs for Team Ohio.
Well, you know what? When my whole thing coaching the offense is if you get the ball to 20 and you can get a first down, you can at least punt it out there and try to adjust field position. Because if you don't get a first down, you punt, they're going to get the ball at midfield.
Right.
But if you get that ball around the 40, 50-yard line, you're in 4-down territory. And really good teams become, very dangerous when you do that.
Skurpak goes back. He tosses it over.
Mardig.
Wow, nice. That was a bullet pass over the 50-yard line into Pennsylvania territory, and it looks like the efficiency is picked up here for Team Ohio.
Great pocket right there
Yeah,
by the lineman. They kept those guys away.
100%. That's some of the better blocking all night.
And we will have lots of pictures on ysn.smugmug.com. So go on, pick out your pictures, buy them, keep them forever. The great Gary Leininger down there snapping shots. Skurpak takes it, fires near side, and he's got a receiver, and
Flags.
still going. Flags everywhere.
That might see either. Yeah, it's holding. Yep. That hurts.
How deflating can a holding penalty be for even on something like that? Everybody knows whenever it's first down.
It's momentum shift, and it kills drives.
It's an 18-yard swing.
It's
'cause
huge.
They either picked up 8 or they're going to lose 10. It's hard to overcome. At least it's first down.
This is such a game of momentum. Football's every sport's a game of momentum, but football's so momentum, and things like that just kill drives. But saying that, athletes everywhere, man.
Skurpak takes a snap, steps up, looking, and tried to get rid of it, but it gets ridden down to about the 45-yard line. They're going to give him a 46.
He had a guy wide open out there, too, if he could have just got it. Got it to him.
And Skirpak, sometimes, especially when you have a dual threat quarterback, I feel like they try to do too much sometimes because they know that they can rely on that other skill set to do something.
And in a game like this, everybody's got makeup speed.
Yep.
You know, and you don't account for that in your mind.
Skirpak takes it.
All
drops back.
day, all day, all day.
Nice pocket for him. Still looking.
Yeah, still blocking. Still blocking.
Looking downfield.
Yeah.
Connects. And this is going to be first down for Team Ohio.
Laundry on the field again.
Oh, no, again. And Skirpak immediately starts walking the other way, frustrated.
Illegal man.
And that's, I mean, for years, all the Steelers fans had to put up with the illegal man downfield because Roethlisberger scrambled. Very, very similar right there with Billy Skirpak.
That's a shame because that was a great exhibition of blocking by those guys.
Colucci and company doing the best they can with the squirrel that is Billy Skirpak back there.
That's tough. Second and forever. But, again, game of all-stars. One play away from getting that first down.
Or a touchdown.
No one's covering the guy up top. Oh, wait, okay.
There we go.
All right, I was thinking, what's this?
And look who it is. It's number 8.
Yeah, timeout is going to be called. So with that timeout, we'll take one of our own. Back after this, after a word from our friends at Youngstown State University.
Craftsmanship.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
You got a receiver.
Back we come. We got what, trips? No, we got twins to the left. Man in motion. Skirpak pump fakes, leaves it up, and an uncatchable ball. And incomplete. So coming off that timeout, probably not exactly how it was drawn up, but these guys trying to execute the best they can. Good defense by
He didn't miss much by that.
No.
He tried to hit Shondell Gardner from Springfield. He just missed.
That's one of those, it's my guy or nobody, right? You got to be careful with
He threw
this.
a nice ball. He tried to fit it right in there. That was a nice pass.
Here's trips.
Yeah, here's trips to the left, one out to the right. This is where Skirpak flourishes. Billy drops back.
One picked him up. Everybody's covered. He got a nice hole, and he got
gets over the 50, so it makes
about
it
half of it.
a little bit more manageable.
Do you go for it or do you punt it?
Go for it.
Do you?
You're only getting, how many possessions, Coach, are we going to have?
You're gonna get you got to stop them though when they get it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
What do we have? One turnover here?
Yeah, and
Two.
And it's hard to stop. Pennsylvania's pretty darn effective.
Number 8's.
I mean, he's got to be one of the MVP candidates, right? On one side of the ball.
I would say.
He plays both.
I want him.
No doubt.
And he also special teams. Skirpak is going to get taken down in the backfield, and that is a big loss for
Colton Hill.
Ohio. And
Colton Hill
with
big
a
play.
Big play. And some of the Ohio faithful are packing up.
That might be. Well, you know what? There is a lot of time left. 6:34.
Yeah.
You got all. You got some timeouts. You gotta use your head.
It's going to depend if they go 3 and out here. You got to go 3 and out.
They got to crank it up. Bring guys up closer to the ball. I know you can't blitz guys, but
those are the people that have to go to work in the morning. real early.
Well, we all do. 2 tight ends, 2 wings. In the pistol, they're going to run this 44, or they're going to run this guy, number 4.
And they got him in the backfield. They just got to wrap him up.
Man.
Xander Lefbriv. Lefbriv? You say that name 3 times.
Where are we looking?
Number 4.
Xander Lefebvre.
Lefebvre.
Hey, Ohio has not quit during this whole event.
No.
No.
These guys are not going to go quietly.
No. They're all playing, man. This is.
Hey, like I said, some of these guys, this is it for them. And you think they're just going to let it go? That's not how we do things.
Especially the PA, yeah.
They're going to run that same play or stretch. They've been good at that stretch today.
This would be if Pennsylvania can hold on. This would be
inside run again.
Oh,
wow.
Man, did they come with everybody up front. Mr. Tubbs was in there pretty quick.
Tubbs and Krause and
Bailey Ryan.
Yep.
Who wants to block those 3?
Nope.
Okay, this all-star team, they could beat Kirtland.
Maybe.
Who's the coach?
Well, Tiger, you got to give them their coach. You got to give them their coach. Wouldn't you think the all-star team could beat Montmary Local and Kirtland?
I don't know that. I feel bad even second guessing, but I mean, you said it.
I know.
That's a tough squad.
Here's a toss or a handoff. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
He got that edge. That guy just turns it on.
Exactly what they needed.
4th down. Man, do they run stretch? Do they run right at you? Do they run that boot again?
That's not an easy. I thought that was going to be 2 yards. It's closer to 4.
Hey, it's not like when you can come out in 2 tight ends and enforce your will on things. It's 4th and 4. Now, I don't want to say this is the game, but this is tough. This is tough to overcome. They get the first down, they're going to milk another 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be in that tight end wing. Oh, are they going to run that waggle now? Stretch.
Yep, we're going with
Close
the money.
off that end.
We're going with a money guy.
He got it.
He got it.
Got it by 2.
Yep.
Jeez.
Plenty of time. So now Pennsylvania will at least take another, what do you say, minute 20, minute 40 off the clock easily?
It's showing Ohio only has 1 timeout. Is that true?
I don't know. Like
I don't remember them taking any.
I don't think they took any in the 3rd quarter.
Did they take – I feel like they took 1 because there was an awkward timeout somewhere in there. Pistol formation.
They're going to run stretch again.
Yep.
They like running stretch with him. Well, they ran inside.
Right into the tundra. That is the Ohio line.
There's a lot of stuff going on in there right now.
Oh, my
Probably
God.
not really healthy.
And timeout.
They call that carnage.
Timeout taken. We'll take a timeout with them. Back after this, after word from our sponsors here on YSN.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back we come, 40-30 Pennsylvania. Keystone State trying to milk this clock.
Double tight end, double wing. They're in the pistol. Run stretch.
He's running it to the
Oh,
left.
boy.
Ugh. He didn't get it, I don't think.
They're just taking what they want right now. Inside, outside.
Well, they're setting up. You know what? the All-Star game doesn't allow you to bring guys
It's
down
true.
a line a lot. So if you come out double tight end, then you have an extra man on the line to block.
Yep.
And if you can get a good double team, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Right on,
The
bro.
legend's here.
MVP votes.
Okay.
Offense, defense, both sides, both teams. Offense, defense, MVP.
Okay.
Who does that?
We do.
You guys, the media.
Oh,
We're the only cats in town.
You guys are doing it. Give me names.
Hang on, we gotta.
Dive up the middle.
You gotta write it down or what? Yep.
It's like they're running.
What do we
44.
need?
That's what I'd be
Whatever.
running.
Wouldn't you say?
Yep. Don't release anything. I need a pen. Thank you.
I'll call back.
Okay.
I need to get it down there as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're in charge of that.
They're milking this thing down. We're at 2:20 and counting. Clock's running. It's first down. They're in a pistol, double tight ends, double wings. They're running inside. Again, it's really tough. It's really tough when the team comes out two tight ends in an all-star game because of the rules. Your linebackers have to be ready to be coming downhill.
Do we remember who made that interception for Pennsylvania by chance?
Was it number 8?
Was it?
I'm telling you, man.
All right, we'll go with defense, and then we'll go offense with this guy.
Yeah.
My thoughts the whole time. Because he did do a heck of a job picking up first downs. Both teams played really physical today. I mean, say what you want about the score. Short field position in the first half for Pennsylvania gave them a lot of upper hand in this game. Ohio having to make a lot of long drives. There's stretch again.
Offense? What do you think? Yep. Here you go. They score?
Hey, Sebo did that.
What do we got here? Score. Did I
Digger
get one?
Dawson and Bob Sebo made the All-Star picks for MVPs for both teams, in case people wanted to know.
No, we're going to get drilled here. Yeah, they did score. 46, that makes 47. So 47-30. It looks like Pennsylvania will win their second in 3 years. They took the East Liverpool game a couple years ago, and they will take. So they've won back-to-back in Ohio. But Bo Brungard was the X factor last year in Pennsylvania. So Ohio will have to lick their wounds for presumably 364 days.
What an all-star game, though, honestly. I mean, this, like I said, the beginning, this game was dictated by field position.
Ohio didn't get any points in the second half to this point. I mean, that's the trouble. We thought Pennsylvania would wear down. I think Ohio was the one wearing that slipper.
Well, number 8 just
halftime changed everything. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I think the momentum was really high for both of them. And then
After the first half, and Ohio tying up the way they did, have them having to drive as much as they had to.
Yeah.
I actually thought they're going to come out here and.
I'd like to see what the stats are.
That's interesting. I guess today we were the media. Who should have the stats?
What do you got? Do you have a stat guy on Valley, or do you
Oh,
have?
yeah.
Okay. A lot of people are doing the AI stuff, like the notebook or the tablet. Get the duffel bag boy out there.
Oh, my God. We had a guy named Mike Holmesy last couple of years. He was tremendous.
Yeah, he was.
He was awesome.
He was an MVP.
Oh!
Long live Holmesy.
It's a little chippy down there right now.
Yeah.
Emotions are running high.
It's to be expected now. That's the Pennsylvania.
And you know what? And you want guys to keep their heads here. That's what the big. Just keep your head, guys. Go back to the huddle. Come on, guys played hard on both sides. Nothing to be ashamed of.
No, nobody quit.
It was a great game.
I've been to some of these where it gets so lopsided
This
after
was
a while.
This was a tremendous game. It was a great night to call it. We had heroes and patriots amongst us today.
Sure did. And I had a great time. I mean, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were wonderful in the booth.
Look straight down at the 47-yard line.
Tubbs.
Yeah.
You know how angry he is right now?
There's Warriors down there all over the place.
Let's hope he keeps playing.
Yeah, there's just Warriors all over the place.
So getting loose and takes it down, what, 17?
Yeah.
I'll call timeout. They're going to do a trick play.
Let it fly.
Yeah,
Tee it high,
have
let
fun.
it fly.
What a way to end it, man. That'd be a beautiful thing.
Get some momentum in the next year.
I like the 3x1 hook and ladder. To the one receiver side, throw the hitch, and have the back come running out of there.
I like
Just
the
flip it to him.
annexation of Puerto Rico.
Forever.
I just like to say that Ohio didn't really lose. They just ran out of time.
That's it right
There
there,
it
pal.
is.
Now, that's an American statement.
That's glass half full. What a great game by both these teams. Penn-Ohio game. These are always so great. So much talent on the field. I mean, Coach, you talked about it years ago. There was how many D1 guys for Penn?
They loaded their team with about, I don't know, 26, 27 guys. Ohio had 2 on full rides.
And they won.
If you let these guys down here make some decisions for our country, we'd be in much better shape. That I can tell you.
Here we go.
Hey, that I can tell you. If you let these guys down here
Wind
make
them up.
some executive decisions.
So could be the last play.
It's a trick play.
Nice.
No, little razzle dazzle. Get out of bounds. Gets out. 10 seconds. Set them up for.
Now,
maybe a
unless
long-
there was some terrorist activity, don't throw the flag, right? Come on.
Yeah, leave it.
Let it go. There wasn't a penalty, was there? I saw something fly.
There's a penalty on every. Oh, they just doused the coach.
He deserved what he got.
Hey, Pennsylvania plays hard, too.
They do.
My God.
Good. I mean, listen. People will talk about Texas and Florida and California. To me, there's no better place in this country to play this game than Ohio and Pennsylvania. Period. End of story.
DJ, you want to take that drone home with you?
I
don't
do.
you?
I have one, but it's man, I feel like I got ADHD with that thing flying around.
I see your head.
I
turning
just
every time.
straight up. And that's going to do it. Your final score tonight, 47-30. Pennsylvania gets the win. Your MVPs, if I can remember them, Raekwon Troutman as well as Jauron Brickner for Pennsylvania. And for Ohio, it was Jackson Johnson. And defensively, it was Caleb White.
Great game by everybody. Dude, this was great.
Thank
hey,
you, guys.
You
Means
did
the world to me.
you made
Thank
a tremendous
Thank
job.
You. Appreciate you. Both
Pal,
of you.
you're the man, brother.
Wonderful.
Hey, I love you, buddy. I'll see you at practice on Monday. Hey,
That'll do it. Final score once more, 47-30. Pennsylvania wins it, trying to go on a streak of their own. We will see you next year from Geneva,